If you believe that your thoughts originate inside your brain, do you also believe that television shows are made inside your television set? Warren Ellis. Welcome, everyone, to the public access finale. I'm not going to do the entire intro anymore because if you've come this far and you're watching the finale, I feel like you know what this game's about now. So let's just hop right into the content warnings. So it contains cosmic horror, graphic violence, ritual sacrifice, sexual desire, childhood trauma, and consumer culture. And with the TV Odyssey mystery, who boy is there going to be a lot of body horror tonight, y'all. So strap in. um, Special thanks to Lios VT for her help with the intro screen and music by Scott Buckley, released under Creative Commons at Scott Buckley, www.scottbuckley.com.au. All right. So that all being shoved out of my mouth, my lovely players, my wonderful latchkeys, uh, let's hear who you are one last time.
Hi everybody, I'm Ben Ravensdale. I'm going to be playing Declan Juniper, the only character to survive since the beginning of the game. I don't think that's going to be the case through this session, but we'll find out. Yeah, thank you for being here. Welcome.
You've got a lot of people rooting for you, Declan. Retrofit literally saved points to get you a benevolence tonight. So you have fans that are trying to save you.
Thank you, Retrofit. Fingers crossed.
Hello. Retrofit, go ahead and give it now, and Ben can spend it when he sees most fit. Uh, Hello, I'm Rachel. I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
Bless me. Yes, thank you. I am Stolen Fires. Oh, there's your benevolence, Ben. Use it in good health.
Aw.
Benevolence, wow.
Yeah, and, my 90s girl power lawyer, met the white light a couple weeks ago. So I've been playing, I always get her name wrong. Amelia Calvillo, one of the town's ardent players of Serpents and Sepulchres.
Hi, I'm Steph. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Cassandra March. She almost became a monster and went off to go and be with a monster at least 3 times in the past 2 weeks, which is crazy. We'll see if that happens again this time, I guess.
Would I offer opportunities for monster fucking in my games? I love that there is no hesitation, Steph. Just anyways, hi, I'm Aaron. My pronouns are she, they, they. I am your keeper. I have been a nervous wreck all day thinking about this tonight, but now that I'm here, I am chill as fuck. Let's do this. We're gonna start as per usual with our dawn phase, and we have some fucking rewards to give out because we crushed 2 mysteries last week.
Did we want to read the recap from last week or no?
Oh shit! Thank you, Ben. I appreciate you. Please, if you would, Ben.
You got it. If I can figure out where the hell I put it. There it is. Yeah, there it is. It's time to dance. Of course we're dancing the Macarena. It's 2004. What else are we going to dance to? Especially with Declan still trapped in the chromatic desert. Despite his spiritual and physical distance, he and Cassie manage to come to an accord after everything that's happened. Cassie manages to open up about her experiences, her trauma, as they speak. Before things get too awkward, Declan peels off to go watch Amelia in the arcade, while Cassie decides to go give Glenn a decent if unmarked grave in the desert. Amelia borrows her dad's car, turns the radio to static, and then tells Declan where she's going. Declan warns her to be careful. There's been a lot of murders, apparently enough to force the close, at least temporarily, of the arcade. Amelia will have to break in. She takes some time to discuss this with Declan back in the car. After mildly scolding her for profanity, he says he'll do what he can from his position. He's not barred by any physical impediment and explores the arcade from the inside. Using the keys he already picked up, he gets Amelia in. But she's not at her best, and despite her best play, she can't eke out a win. When she loses her last life, she becomes obsessed with death. From his side, things look strange to Declan. He feels himself being drawn into the game, the Zagreus cabinet specifically. As they play, Cassie heads out into the desert, It's strange when she finds Glenn's body. Scavengers haven't touched it, nor have the Deep Lake Devils. Glenn gets a tarp for a shroud, and Cassie drags his body into the caves. She finds something strange there, some kind of mix-up of old writing and modern customs. She absolutely does not want to go into the cave, not alone. She ends up in the Last Chance for Gas, a suitably creepy filling station in the middle of nowhere. There's a woman working here, who Cassie addresses. They strike up a conversation, and Cassie brings it around to Glenn. Yeah, the woman here knows him. Cassie deflects, but doesn't get any more information out of her. Back in town, Amelia tries to restart the level. It's an 8-bit version of Declan, and she asks if that's really him. It is. He's doing his best to help. It's a hidden object level that reminds her of Deep Lake, especially the church on the cliffs. Not only that, but the hedgerow maze is laid out like the local high school. And of course, there's a large lake in the center, full of grasping, creepy hands. Thanks to Declan's help, Amelia manages to complete the level. Along the way, Declan finds a journal from Rachel Urieta. Opening it, he reads about the unstoppable force of entropy. On her side, Amelia discovers a battered paperback from her childhood, even creepier than she remembers. But now it's time to complete the final level, a rhythm challenge. Despite the overwhelming odds, and in large part thanks to Declan's help, Amelia succeeds. In her excitement, she dislodges a flyer for someone named Jordan Juniper, a missing person, but with a skull drawn over his face. Wait, isn't that the name of Declan's SNS character? It's also a callback to previous episodes. Meanwhile, Amelia watches a predicted death for one of her new friends, an insight she might be able to use in the future. And there seems to be a secret bonus level, but when Amelia tries to start it, the cabinet screams, explodes, and shuts down. Declan gets spit out. Not of the Chromatic Desert, just the cabinet. It all makes sense now, and everyone rushes online to post their results to the Zagreus fan forums. With that out of the way, it's time to tackle the Deep Lake Devils. Declan takes a moment to gather what supplies he has available to him in the Chromatic Desert, including what he needs to do an ad-libbed Bob Ross Joy of Painting show. He begins performing in the same soothing tones, painting in black and white and black, a landscape of Deep Lake, and some happy little friends. Near the end, he says they're going to do something a bit different. Instead of a pure landscape, they're going to paint a town, and a lake, and a nice, happy little Deep Lake. A manifestation of what they want this place to be like when they're done. After watching his show, Amelia and Cassie carpool back out to Uncle Jimbo's Desert Museum, and all the fantastic creatures advertised on endless billboards. They arrive at a dilapidated barn, with equally dilapidated taxidermy abounding. He welcomes them warmly, however, and gives them the nickel tour. Unseen by everyone else, Declan wanders off on his own, and he comes across some hair. Kato's hair. From his place in the desert, he decides to try and hide the hair from Cassandra. Behind the cabinet he knocks over, he finds a cache of Death's Head's moths, pinned to cardstock, and each one labeled with a different zodiac sign. Back in the real world, Jimbo continues his tour. He offers us the special tour and brings us over to a small TV and plays the tape. It's of the caves over yonder. Two small girls follow coyotes across the trail cam footage. But Cassie notices something else, a certificate from the International Star Registry, registering a star to Cato Fabiano. Meanwhile, Amelia notices a barrel-chested man here, just hanging out. She ignores him, but Cassie peers intently at everything and manages to figure out how to banish the Deep Lake Devils. It's all about denim and lures and misdirection. But as they try to banish the Deep Lake Devils, Cassie understands there's some part of Cato left behind, which she is now banishing. That's not anything Uncle Jimbo was expecting, but he's about ready to close up. That's fine. We have to go stock up on jean jackets, jeggings, and scrunchies. After that, it's time to go spelunking. Fortunately, Cassie knows exactly what she's doing, and can lead Amelia and Declan through their own roles. We emerge into a cave full of bones and viscera, forming some sort of horrible nest. The banishing begins. Declan's part goes off so well that he attracts Cato. Some part of her is still there. He can see it in her eyes. He watches her turn to face Cassandra, pleading on her face. Cassie walks up to her, grabbing some part of Cato's talons, and says, "This isn't how I wanted any of this to be. You've made me happy and helped me when no one else could." She regrets that Cato ever came back to Deep Lake, and what's left of Cato hangs her head, sizzling tears falling on the ground. But Cassie says it's time for Kato to go, and she can't go with her this time. Cassie swears to never forget Kato. As Cassandra completes the ritual, Amelia holds off the other Deep Lake Devils with Declan's mace. It's rough, and Cassie almost falls into the pit with Kato. But only by the grace of the wandering monolith and the big man does Cassie remain in this realm. He murmurs to her that it is not her time. They return, dirty and tired, to their home, only to experience an earthquake. In New Mexico, the TV clicks on. A face appears. Phineas Waitley is there, greeting us. TB Odyssey is back, and they're happy to make new programming.
Thank you, Ben, for reading that recap, and thank you, Rachel, for your wonderful notes as always. Oh, I feel a little bit nostalgic. It's the last recap we'll have for public access.
I'm still taking notes on this episode.
Oh.
Yeah, we can do a recap during the.
Okay, so second to last recap before the big one. Okay, all right. So let's get into it, shall we? So we're gonna start in our dawn phase as per usual. So we got some rewards to collect. Let's go ahead and do that. So from Zagreus, here are your options. An arcade token, add it to your corner of the house. If you are ever forced to mark the pure white signal, you may instead use this item to continue, as long as it isn't already marked. Afterwards, remove the item from your corner of the house. A unit at the Me and My self-storage, add it to your corner of the house. You can take the time to access your storage unit and place a reasonable item from your corner of the house inside it to prevent the keeper from removing it as a reaction. You must take the time to retrieve the item if you wish to have it again. This next reward I am not going to allow you to have because it's Adafoy 85's Bull Mask, and you did not take care of him. He is in active danger. So that will not be. That will just be a memento from the investigation.
I don't like
next. It's really your fault, Ben, for weaving Declan's family so tight into the story.
I know.
Anyways, and next reward, the utility tunnels become a recurring location. You get one extra clue on the meddling move when you explore the tunnels for hidden access points. And finally, a memento from the investigation, asking a latchkey what it is and add it to your corner of the house.
Can we give Declan the coin? I think Declan needs the coin.
Yes, I already suggested that it is highly advisable Declan take the arcade token.
Thank you.
I will take the tunnels as a location.
Okay. All right. That is wonderful. They were going to be part of this anyway.
And so what is the benefit for the tunnels?
So when you go to explore them looking for hidden access points, you get an additional clue on the meddling move.
Thank you.
You're muted, Steph.
Shh. No, not anymore. I'll take a memento from Declan.
Let's see here. It is a memento from the investigation. For Zagreus, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Give me just a moment to think about that.
Sure. All right, I'm going to move on to the next set of rewards from On Strange Wings then.
Actually, I think I know what it is. It's
go ahead,
going
please.
to be it's going to be a little it's going to be a little sort of like 8-bit chibi Deep Lake Devil Kato.
Oh, that's really cute. All right, so on Strange Wings, I can do words. So first reward, a Dietz lantern full of kerosene. Add it to your corner of the house. A sweet dirt bike. Add it to your corner of the house. A single sweaty stick of old dynamite. Add it to your corner of the house. Once used, it is lost. Uncle Jimbo becomes a recurring side character. You get one extra clue on the meddling move when you describe how you debunk a shaky theory. This next one doesn't apply because I don't think you met Spider, which is probably on me. So we're just gonna replace Spider with, I believe it's Nikki. Yes. So Nikki Connolly becomes a recurring side character. You get one extra clue on the meddling move whenever she procures something for you. No questions asked. And then finally, a memento from the investigation asking the latchkey what it is and had it to your corner of the house.
I will take the lantern.
Okay.
I think Cassie deserves the dirt bike.
I was when I read it, I was like, I know what Cassie's probably taking.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.
Okay.
I'm taking the stick of dynamite. I
Yeah.
think.
All right. I'm very pleased. I guessed what everyone was gonna take from this.
It makes the most sense for Declan.
I love that
I mean-
it's sweaty because fun fact for those not in the know, when dynamite sweats, that's nitroglycerin. It's bad.
It's bad.
Well, I mean, if you start having a heart attack, just lick it.
That's true. They do. As someone who has been in the hospital for a cardiac event, they give you nitro to
Yep.
like chill your heart out. I was fine, by the way, in case anyone's gonna freak out. I
Usually
was
it's just
fine.
a little tablet of under your tongue, though, not a stick of dynamite that you slobber on
Yeah.
like a dog.
Well, just lick it a little bit. You can lick it daintily,
Oh God.
like a
Quote of the
cat.
night. You can lick it
that's-
daintily.
that needs to be clipped and taken out of context. So
I also like how
Alright.
in the description it's like once used, it's lost. Like, I'm pretty
as
sure
if there's
once you
other kinds
use
of
it, it
dynamite that are reused.
explodes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I used my stick of dynamite as a doorstop. Whoops, where'd it go?
Odd. All right.
It'll stop
So-
the door from ever closing ever again.
Or close it forever, depending on where you put it.
Okay. That is all our rewards taken care of. Let's do our dawn questions. And because I'm a benevolent keeper, on top of whatever XP they get this dawn phase, I'm also giving them a free advance because it is the finale. I am being a little nice to my players because they have done so wonderful and been such wonderful players and characters and everything. So I think they deserve a little treat. So let's do
treats.
little treats. Let's do the questions first, though, and then you'll have an advance on top of that. Did the latchkeys resolve mystery? Yes, they did. Declan, did you receive a signal from the other side?
I always forget to actually keep track of this one. I don't. Well, I mean, I guess. No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
Okay, did you cut loose for once?
Yes. And I forget. I marked it off as yes, and I forget how.
I would wager that going inside the arcade mid cabinet would count. I don't know if that's why you marked it, but I would count it personally.
That's fair.
Become video game.
Yeah. Were you vulnerable with someone?
I mean, I, if you count the him doing the Bob Ross thing and kind of showing
Fully, yeah.
everybody that side of him.
Yeah, I think that counts 100%.
All right.
Okay, and let's pop over to Cassandra. You resolved a mystery. Did you deliver a chilling monologue about something that happened to you in the past?
I sure did.
Were you vulnerable with someone?
Yeah, with Declan.
And Cato Monster, I would say as well.
True. Yeah. Real.
But all right, cool. Amelia, did the latchkey? Oh yes, the resolved mystery. Did you receive a signal from the other side? I forgot to ask that to
I
Cassandra.
didn't.
Yeah. I don't think anyone did. I don't remember anyone doing it. Did Amelia share a good memory from her childhood?
I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't think she
Okay.
talked much about herself.
That's fair. Did you deliver a chilling monologue about something that happened to you in the past? I think you talked about the exorcism, but I don't remember truly.
No, she did not talk about the exorcism.
Okay.
Not in like.
That might have been meta talk,
Monologue.
not in character. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not monologue. But I did use my free advancement to bring my reason up to 3.
Okay. Wonderful. So yeah, go ahead and take those. If you got additional advancements, congrats. If not, you get one for free. So, yay! All right. I think let's. Everyone can clear left for Dad because you have resolved on Strange Wings. And I think Hunted by the Deep Lake Devils also for Cassandra.
Nice.
I am leaving Marked by the Occluded King on Declan. I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Cassandra's a fucking jacked now with the Vitality 3. Fucking shredded.
Damn, she's thick.
I think I've got a couple of decisions to make here with the advancements. And I would like to talk through one of them with the group because it's kind of important.
Okay. Please.
I think I'm going to bump sensitivity up to 3.
Probably a good call given where we are.
Yeah. That just makes sense for Declan. And then the other thing is my last advancement was to choose an additional move. I don't remember which ones are currently already in play.
Cassandra has The Truth Is Out There and Where's the Beef. Amelia has Have You Ever Danced with the Devil and This Is Your Brain.
Yeah, so This Is Your Brain improves my reason by 1, which is how I'm able to get it all the way up to 3. And then Have You Ever Danced with the Devil? I have a bunch of tools for doing magic.
Okay.
That you better hope your parents never find.
This is a tough
I mean,
one
I figure,
because...
like, her candles are, like, saints' candles, and, like, it's all, like, done very disguised.
So while Declan decides, I will tell a little anecdote here. When you perform witchcraft, you're actually supposed to use shit you have around your house. There is a witch I'm a big fan of named Dana Newkirk. She uses birthday candles and gets shit from fake witches for using birthday candles all the time for ritual magic and stuff. Not ritual magic, but magic stuff and that. So it's like this is me telling you, practicing weirdo. You can use birthday candles for your candles for magic. It is perfectly fine.
I mean,
it's all about intention.
I wouldn't want to use it like as a hex, but like if you're doing something like happy, like yeah, it's a birthday candle. We have happy associations with birthday candles.
Unless it was like the over 40 candle.
And you wish on them. You make wishes on them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Sight Beyond Sight.
I see. That will be extremely useful tonight, Declan. Well done. Would you mind reading out that aloud for our lovely audience?
Absolutely. So, Sight Beyond Sight says, whether you call it premonitions, understanding omens, or just plain old having a hunch, you are able to glimpse a little into the future. The first time you enter a location, you can ask the keeper, what is about to happen? They will answer truthfully, though not necessarily completely. If you have marked the sandstone arch, which I have, you can also ask, why is it about to happen? The keeper, again, will answer truthfully, though not necessarily completely.
All right. So, I don't think we have any moves that trigger during the dawn phase. So let's do this, shall we? So, you all go to sleep after feeling that earthquake and seeing that ominous TV show. And you all dream. Even you, Declan, which is strange. You're not used to sleeping in the Chromatic Desert. You find yourself on a scene. It's a large bonfire. This is clearly some kind of primordial human worshipping the fire, standing around it, while an observer stands in the background, away from the ritual circle, but nearby. In front of them is a large crater with something pulsing, moving in the center of it. You can't quite make it out in the dream. It's almost as if something's preventing you from seeing it. The ritual progresses. This bright, pure white light emerges in the center of it. And you see them trying to wield it as a weapon against whatever is in this crater. But they lose control, and it consumes them one by one. The observer in the distance steps forward, reaches out, and through every orifice, and I mean every orifice, absorbs light into themselves, and they begin to swell and grow. and their robes are bleached cream, and they take a small hat and place it on their head. What begins next is a time lapse. This large man, you may even call him Big Man, watching constantly as this time lapse happens. Dirt falls over the crater. Civilization sprouts. And finally, you see the construction of TV Odyssey on the same site the crater was. And then you wake up. So, the next morning when you wake up, TV Odyssey has returned. You can see it in its old location. And from around it, there are rivets in the ground, almost as if something burrowed beneath the surface of Deep Lake, to specific locations. Locations very familiar to the three of you. Los Ojos de los Muertos, the house on Escondido Street, the eponymous Deep Lake. Aaron just totally forgot her locations. Station 25.5. And finally, Galaxia Arcade. I have questions for each of you for this presenting the mystery. Amelia, how do you know that only you and your fellow latchkeys are aware of the strangeness that has just taken place overnight?
Just by the reaction of everyone else in the town. They're not acknowledging anything. They're not talking about it. If you try and bring it up, they're like, "Oh, huh? That's interesting. Did you watch the game last night?"
Okay. Cassandra, how do you know that something is gestating beneath TV Odyssey?
Because it pulsates.
Hey. Finally, Declan.
Drums.
Oh.
No, that's it.
Okay. Declan, how do you know that TV Odyssey's return has brought the Chromatic Desert much closer to normal reality? And how has it changed the Chromatic Desert?
I think both of those things are kind of answered in the same way, and that's we've described the Chromatic Desert as being kind of outside of your immediate attention, sort of kind of fades into that like kind of staticky fuzz that you would get on old school TVs when the station would go out or whatever. But that having like a bit of substance to it as well. And I think that now, instead of it being that kind of grayscale static, it's actual dust, and the ground is covered in actual like dirt and sand.
Wonderful.
So when you're walking there, you're kind of like right on the edge of the real world.
Okay, I will say this has mechanical effects, Declan. You are in a sort of half-life now. If you want to be visible, you can, but it is kind of like seeing a ghost. People will react accordingly.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right.
The latchkeys are kind of excluded from this. This will be if you decide you want to interact with a side character or something like that. You will have to spook the shit out of them, kind of.
All right.
All right. So there's TV Odyssey mystery for you. So the question we have available is, how do you stop TV Odyssey from gestating and corrupting the other dimensions, including yours?
Well, someone has a stick of dynamite.
This is complexity 6. The opportunity is resolve the mystery and everything. You'll have everything you've worked for. That is the opportunity here. You will have found the truth of the TV Odyssey and stopped it. And because I am such a gracious keeper, I have added something you don't technically need to for this mystery. I've added a key. Because I feel like Declan, I've said this before, I feel like Declan has earned his chance to make it to the end. And I'm going to facilitate that, but I don't want it to feel cheap and easy. So, this is called the Key of Sacrifice. If you mark this key, each latchkey narrates a scene in which a side character close to them dies and is consumed by TV Odyssey.
Intense.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to make it hurt, but also give you something. All right. So before I ask you what you're going to be doing during your day phase, I have a scene that I need to start. Cassie, you said you were staying in the bunker, I believe, because staying at your original home is creepy and weird to you.
Yeah.
So, Cassie, you awaken after that weird fucking dream you just had. You sit up, rub your eyes. It's the bunker as you remember it. And then after you pull your hands away and you have that fuzzy eye moment, your eyes focus and there's a man sitting on a stool next to you. You almost think it's Declan at first. But then you realize this man is much younger, though his eyes look like they've seen so much. The lighter flicks, he lights a cigarette. Miss March, I hope you don't mind, but I let myself in.
I mean, you didn't kill me in my sleep, so that's, I guess, fine.
Good. It's not the first time I've broken into your home and left something for you, so... You or Kato.
Oh, you're that guy that's been doing that this whole time.
That's right.
And who the fuck are you?
You can call me Jordan.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't look at Ben's face.
All right. I mean, nice to meet you. I mean, have we met before? Do I already know you? Is this like really embarrassing for me right now?
No, no one knows me in this reality. Not anymore.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Sure.
This is the end, Cassie. So this is the last time we'll see each other. Well, first and last time, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
I have one last thing I'll give you, and then I'm going to go on my way, and whatever happens, happens.
Okay.
He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a set of keys, and drops it in your hand. It is keys to the TV Odyssey station.
Thank you. Why?
I have a vested interest in seeing this resolved.
Okay, well, that doesn't necessarily inspire confidence. But, I mean, I guess it's been useful so far.
I'll put it more plainly. I want to see you win.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, I also do. But why, though?
Why am I helping you?
Yeah. Why do you want to see me win? Us win?
I had to leave this place, and I exist somewhere else that's threatened by this, whatever you want to call it, TV station. But more importantly, you're helping my brother.
I am?
Mm-hmm. He stands up. It's like,
All right. I mean, that's good, I suppose. Who's your brother?
Declan.
You're not the one that's been like trying to murder us over the arcade machine, right?
I'm afraid that's Dustin.
But he doesn't have another brother.
Not anymore, no. He made a choice a while ago, and I went somewhere else. There is one favor I will ask of you now that you bring that up, Cassie. Tell my brother I forgive him and that he made the right choice.
Okay. Why can't you tell him yourself?
This is as much as I can interfere. He tips a non-existent hat to you and sort of fades into static, much like you've seen people vanish into the chromatic desert.
Oh. Bye.
So that is your clue. Your first clue of the evening is the keys to TV Odyssey.
Yippee.
I will say, they are custodial keys. All right, so let's hop into our day phase proper now.
Oh, it's so good.
So, what would everyone like to do this day?
Kick ass and take fucking names.
What she said.
I will ask: are you all meeting up? Or are you going to pursue this separately?
And I think
I know Amelia is new enough to this that she would probably want to meet up with Cassie and a radio to coordinate.
Yeah, Declan, he's not gonna like want anyone to go off on their own. So
Okay. We'll have a quick powwow scene, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so y'all meet up at the castle home, I presume, unless you would like to meet up elsewhere. You do have a damn fine cup of coffee if you wanted to trigger that for a bonus reason or anything like that.
yeah, we should probably do that. Declan does have a condition, so we could, if we do a nostalgic move, clearing that could be pretty beneficial.
Yeah. Have everyone clear conditions going into the final mystery. That sounds good.
And if we do it at Darkstar, then we get bonus reasons, so.
Yep. Alright, so I guess you all meet at Darkstar Cafe then.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, only if you clear a condition, though.
Yeah,
so only Declan will get the +1 reason.
Yes. But
I mean,
benefit is a benefit.
I'm at max reason anyway, so.
True.
Yeah.
The smarter we are, the better.
it's true.
Facts, big facts.
So
it's like Kato died.
On the chromatic desert side, is there aren't other people, so it's not like there's any barista around to make me a coffee, right?
I mean, I did just give you a thing that said you could appear ghostly for a moment. Yeah, I would make you. I'll make you make a roll for it to not scare the shit out of the barista. But you could order a cup of coffee. I'd let that happen.
Or you could just go behind the counter and pour one for yourself.
That's what I was gonna do. Is I was gonna pour one for myself.
Right. Valid. I'll allow that.
And then I'll sit down at the table.
All right. You all have your various complicated or uncomplicated beverages as you like. Preferably uncomplicated. Be kind to your baristas.
What kind of coffee does Cassie drink? If she drinks coffee, it's black coffee, but I don't know if she drinks coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like it's no sugar, no cream, just give me that bitter.
I feel like Amelia is young enough that she still just dumps a whole bunch of sugar into her coffee.
You know, I was really hoping that since I seem to be closer to where you guys are at than I have been in the last couple of days, I was really hoping the coffee would be better too, but yeah, it still tastes like static.
That sucks.
That's all right. I never really liked coffee, anyways. All right,
So what happens next?
go to the station, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what. Did you guys have a weird dream last night?
Yeah.
No?
Hmm.
Oh,
Is Amelia lying?
No!
Everyone had that dream.
Oh, everyone had that dream.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was just Declan.
No, everyone had that dream.
Okay. No, in that case, she would not lie.
Okay. I was fine with you lying, but I was like, cool, this is an interesting take. No, I didn't have creepy dream. Nope.
You know what? You know what? Let's go with it. No.
Huh. Well,
I did.
you did? With the station and all those places, right?
Yeah, and the big guy in the light.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So I don't know what those places have to do with everything, but I mean, I guess
What places were they again?
it was the house on Escondido Street, Station 25.5, Galaxia Arcade, Deep Lake itself, and Los Ojos de los Muertos.
And out of character, those are all the locations for the mysteries we've done?
More importantly, I will give you this for free. They're locations that had extra dimensional fuckery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where this thing has basically latched on. Like maybe if we go to those places and do something kind of like at the silo, maybe it'll detach and kind of float away.
Yeah. Could be.
Or we go to the station and we blow it up.
I mean,
I
that's
mean,
pretty direct. Would it work?
I don't really have like uh demolitions gear.
Well, funny enough, when we were in the caves,
I mean, there's a
There was an
gas
old, like-
station just down the way.
that's true. But also, when we were in the caves, there was like an old, prospector's, stash, including some dynamite. One stick of which I'm pretty sure is still live. I don't know what the right term is.
Well, in the dream, PV Odyssey was like pulsing, like
Like a heart.
yeah, like something is living inside of it. So maybe we have to find that. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of this old record store that used to be by my house. I'd go there every day after school, and everyone else would too. It was like the heart of our community almost. And then went out of business, and everything started getting a little bit worse. Would be like that, but sort of in the inverse, yes.
Yeah. If we could figure out why TV Odyssey disappeared the first time, I don't think we've ever figured that out, have we?
No, that's what I mean that's what Kato had said you guys were here for. Figure out what happened to it.
Yeah, we've been so caught up with all the weird stuff that's been going on, we kind of lost sight of that.
Yeah,
That
but it seems
question.
like it's all been connected the whole time. I mean, you notice all those places in the dreams where you all fought like weird, not from this world shit, right?
Yeah.
And I guess even that I did to an extent. Where should we go first? Do we want to go into the heart itself, or should we cut off some arteries or whatever?
I think maybe we should cut off some arteries.
It looked almost like those places were riveting, like rivets in the dream. I guess, yeah, maybe we start with one of those.
Sure. The house on Escondido Street burned down, so maybe we should.
No,
that was House on Rodenbecker.
Yeah, you're right. House on Rodenbecker. Yeah. So
Escondido is still standing.
yeah, that's where Elliot lived.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's kind of where everything
Where are they
started with
staying
the
now?
weirdness.
They're with like family, right?
No, I believe they're staying at the castle home
Oh, fun! Good for them.
with Casey watching them.
Good.
You know, those close side characters to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We should go to the house on Escondido Street. It's the first. It was the first one. So
All right.
start at the beginning.
Okay.
I should also probably stop and check in on the kids.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So we'll do a quick. I presume you're all going to the castle home then.
And then the house on Escondido Street, I think.
Yes. Okay. So I will say I very much clocked Steph triggering the nostalgic move. So Declan, you may clear marked by the occluded king, and because it was Steph that triggered it, you can go ahead and define a clue.
You also get to bump your reason by one.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
You do not need to do the clue now. If you want to think about it, that's fine.
Wait, is it my clue or is it?
It's you. So the person who triggers it just clears a condition. The other participant is who defines the clue typically.
Oh, gotcha.
If you want to pass it to Steph, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, since technically I was the one who got to clear the condition, we'll flip flop it.
All right, go ahead and Steph, if you have a clue in mind, or if you need to think about it, that's fine too.
I don't have anything,
Okay.
so we'll give it a bit.
Okay. I could probably spitball something for you as well if you need the assistance. All right. So you arrive at the castle home. Casey is there with Elliot and Abigail watching cartoons. Actually, I like this better. They have it changed to channel. Is it 94 for T? Like, there's an actual proper station. I'm just gonna say it's 94. Tuned to 94, and it is Calamity Raccoon cartoon. One of the less disturbing ones.
Am I able to like change the channel on the TV to static so that I can come through it?
So the way this works is you appear on the screen with whatever they're watching.
Damn. Okay.
You will look
That's
I will say, like, because this has happened to me and the game I play in, even if they are watching cartoons like assholes, you just look like you in a cartoon world. Like, think Cool World or Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna kind of step out and like interview and hey guys, sorry to.
I will say, Abigail and Elliot clock you when you walk into the room before you're on TV.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They've always been able to see you. Casey does not, and also like is like, oh, well, this is weird. This like weird crossover episode when you pop up on screen. Because Casey does not remember you.
But he knows that there's weird stuff going on. Like, okay.
He sure does. He sure knows. He knows there's weird shit going on, but also has no idea who you are.
Okay. Yeah, that part I was prepared for. Okay, so yeah, I will step out into the TV then.
Okay.
So hey, I realized that I've not been doing a very good job, you know, taking care of the two of you. I haven't been coming to check in on you and everything like that. I'm sorry about that. I did not forget you. I just there were some things that need to be done in order to keep you kids safe. So, you know what I'm talking about.
Elliot's just like, you're trying to save the world, Declan. We understand.
Oh, don't put it like that. That makes, you know what? I'll deal with the existential crisis later. But look, I know that obviously Kato said that she was going to take care of you, and Kato's not here anymore. And I know I said something similar. I don't think that's going to be possible. So, Casey, I know you don't know who the hell I am, but I know you reasonably well. I've been able to, see what kind of person you are for the last couple weeks. Has it been a couple weeks in game?
It's
over the
fine.
course of a summer, like a month or two.
Okay,
yeah, it's a
perfect.
month or two. Yeah.
Okay. And the fact is, you stepped up to keep an eye on these kids and take care of them when you didn't need to, and you've continued to do that, despite the fact that some objectively terrifying stuff is going on. So, I hate to do this, but I kind of have to ask if you are cool with taking care of them long term, since I might not be around much longer to come up with a solution.
I mean, it's what I've been doing. Is someone going to keep paying me, or is this like I'm adopting kids?
I'll help. Kato was my girlfriend anyways. It's kind of also my responsibility now.
Yeah, kind of a shared custody thing.
I can adopt them proper if you're not comfortable with that.
I mean, everything about this is weird. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, no, like it is.
Also,
I didn't think I'd have any kids, let alone two, let alone with a man. So.
Also, low-key, I took a baby dose of an edible earlier, and I'm kind of worried it's hitting harder than I thought.
Yeah, I think it's probably better if I do the.
Okay. Casey, in case, I'm just saying, considering possible eventualities, in case neither I or Cassie come back, there may not be a whole lot of people around who know what these kids went through. It might just be you.
Oh, okay, cool.
If that happens, I know this isn't what you wanted, but you're gonna need to step up.
I'll make sure they're taken care of. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
As Chuck's a family guy anyways, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Elliot, Abigail. I don't know what to say other than it's been a trip. It's been great meeting you.
They both get up off the couch and somehow are able to hug you. You can actually feel them, Declan.
Oh.
To everyone else, it looks like there are two children hugging empty space.
Well, I think that's sweet. I think that's where Declan is.
Declan is going to return the hug, and then he's very quickly going to say, "Oh, this static, bothers my eyes so badly."
Declan, you know we can't see you, right?
Elliot, who had a sticker book in his hand, takes the the happy sun sticker, Declan, and pins it on your chest. You can add that to the corner of the house as a little
All
gimme
right,
here.
All right. Does it stay bright and yellow?
It sure does.
All right. All right. I don't think Declan trusts his voice at this point, so he's gonna kind of give both the kids a high five, and he's gonna make an exit.
All right. All right, let's unless anyone else would like to say something to the kids or anyone else in this house, let's fast forward to Escondido Street. So, we've already painted the scene here. However, every location you're going to visit today will have an additional paint the scene question now. They're all going to be the same. So, for the house on Escondido Street, allow me to ask you to paint the scene. In what way has this place been affected by the truth of TV Odyssey?
Every TV set, and radio, and even the answering machine is on and playing static. But if you stand still and listen hard enough, you can hear voices coming through the static.
The walls and the doors and everything are starting to, like, little patches of like candy are starting to show through. Like, this place is constructed of candy rather than regular materials.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. That was wonderful.
Oh, I think that there are a bunch of pig pens with like hogs and stuff in them.
Are these mundane pigs, I must ask?
Well, they're sugar pigs, obviously.
Okay, just asking. Wonderful. Okay, so this is the scene you come upon. I will say also, the house on Escondido Street is vibrant and alive. The yard is not well manicured, but has a sort of vibrancy to it. The grass is much greener here. The bushes are much greener. The roses are more red. Everything has this, like, if you like took the saturation meter and just slid it all the way. All right, what do you do?
Oh, well, first I have to ask this question. What do
Yes.
you call the food that comes from a sugar pig?
Okay,
Okay.
what?
Kahamdi.
Oh,
That one was bad,
Oh,
Ben.
that's
That was
pretty
really
good.
bad.
Yeah.
It was.
Fuck's sake. I
Alright.
will say you did just take this move, so I will remind you. Technically, you've been to this location before, but I'm
Yep.
gonna count them all as new locations because they are radically warped by what has happened. So you may ask me your questions now.
All right. So now that we're here, back at the candified house on Escondido Street, what is about to happen?
You are going to see what these burrowing rivets are all about.
Okay. And I guess the follow-up obvious question is, why is it about to happen?
Because you're snooping where you maybe shouldn't snoop.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is, I mean, it's kind of your guys' life story, right? Snooping where you shouldn't snoop.
It's what we do.
Watching what you shouldn't have watched. You have transgressed, and this is your punishment. All right, so what
and
do you
stress
all
every
do?
time that I get up in the morning. I'd be gressing everywhere.
She trans on me till I grass. I'm so sorry. Horrible.
So true.
Cut that. As if we have post-production. Anyways, sorry. So what would y'all like to do?
Amelia will just, because I don't think she's been here before, like ever.
He is not.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
she's just.
You know, I will say Amelia knows the rumors about this place. It was a notorious home where the two kids you've just met vanished from. So you've met two missing children, but also the rest of the family vanished from this house. You know the whole history of it. It is
Yeah.
a well-known legend in Deep Lake. Anyways,
So I think she's actually kind of happy to get access to this house. Like, it's the ghost house, from when she was a kid. So she's just gonna, unless Declan or Cassie tell her to do something, she's just gonna wander from room to room and explore shit.
okay.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of Cassie's idea currently too. I mean, maybe go to the basement first off because that was where a bunch of shit happened last time. So
Oh yes, it sure was. I will let you. Oh, Declan, what are you doing? I assume you're probably. I kind of have the vibe that Declan's making sure everyone's safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who are you going with then? Cassie's going to the basement, and Amelia's kind of wandering aimlessly in the home.
Yeah, if someone is like, if someone says, "Hey, Amelia, come here," she'll do it. Just default, she's like, "Oh wow, look at all this! Look at the board games and the vintage TV and."
Yeah, we really should not split up. It might, although Cassie, it might be worthwhile to kind of poke around a little bit up here before we head into the basement, just in case.
all right.
Hey,
Wasn't there something with the mirror upstairs, anyways?
Yeah, it was. I think that's where. Isn't that where Elliot came out through?
Yeah,
something
that's
like that?
where Kato had said that she went in there, right?
Or Abigail.
yeah.
did,
So
yeah,
Kato
something
was
like
able
that.
to access the Candy-born dimension
what it
through the
was.
mirror. The children were rescued from a portal in
Oh,
the
that's right.
basement.
From the
And
point.
and I will remind you, we're chased by the licorice dog.
Yes, which I blew up with a propane tank.
No, that you blew up the ravenous sugar
Oh,
pig
that's
with
a
the
different.
propane tank.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot
Yes,
there was a
the
different
the
one.
licorice doggo was not killed, was contained, but was not killed. Just
Oh,
putting that
God.
out there.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure I don't have all of these notes that I've taken over however many sessions we played.
Okay.
Anyways, okay, so if you're all exploring together, I will ask who is taking the lead in rolling the meddling move.
And I think that if Cassie's doing it, the way that she's doing it is by like just knocking shit over and like fucking tossing the place looking for anything because she doesn't fuck this town at this point.
Fair. All right.
Taking literally everything from her.
You know, I love that description so much, and I know what you're going for. Roll the meddling move with vitality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go. Yeah, that's it. There are no conditions in play currently, so roll normal.
Hell yes. Love that. 8.
All right. I will say that the complication here with your clue, not with your clue, but with you investigating, will be you start to hear a rustling in the basement as you kind of tossing this house. As for your clue, this will be fun. So you find in your just tossing of this house, it is a family portrait of the Raptors. And it is Elliot and Abigail with their parents. You see something, what might have been a third child originally has now warped into this thing with pustules and eyes and mouths that is Daddy Raptor has his arm around like it's been part of the family and always has been. And its tendrils are wrapping around the children next to it, its siblings, if you will. And that is your clue.
Not a fan of that.
This is why I put body horror as a big old content warning tonight.
Huh. Well, folks, I found this fucked up photo, and while I was knocking this dresser down to the ground here to find it, I heard something in the basement. Or, well, from downstairs, I guess. I just figure it's probably the basement because it's a fucking haunted house. Made out of gingerbread.
Wait, really? No, that's not gingerbread. You're just fucking with me.
No, look. And she'll just crack some of it off the wall. I'd be like, it's ginger.
Some of the
And
door,
bread.
Some of the door frames are candy cane, so
So she'll
Do you
like
eat it?
brush her. She'll brush her fingers on and then like gently lick. Holy
Okay,
shit, that's
that
fucked
is-
up.
Do not put this in your mouth. Do not put
That
this
was-
in your mouth.
I am so sorry. That was the magic word I was waiting to hear. Can I get the night move, Amelia?
Eat the demon candy.
I think given this is eating feels like vitality to me. So night move vitality. What are you afraid is going to happen if you fail?
That she will get sucked into the chromatic desert with Declan.
It's worse than that. You're going to get sucked into Candyborn, and the licorice doggo is going to be waiting for its boss fight.
It's been so long.
Mild
I
success.
forgot that it was a Bloodborne themed.
Yes,
Candyland.
it totally was. You did that to me. You all did that to me.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn. Vengeance is mine.
we really set ourselves up for this one. So
All right, so here's what happens, Amelia. You take a lick of the candy cane, and your reality shifts, and you're in this nightmare video game world, and you see this tentacled licorice dog staring at you hungrily, and then boom, you're back in reality again. I'm going to give you the condition marked by licorice. Hold on, let me get its real name.
Marked by
Uh,
licorice.
The licorice beastie.
Licorice Beastie, I love that.
Yes, that is its proper name.
Oh man, and I like black licorice too.
Oh, gross! I hate it so much.
It's
It's
so
the worst.
good. It's so good.
Literally, absinthe makes me want to hurl. It's awful. I hate it.
Absinthe is good too.
Yeah. The only time I've ever gotten so fucked up, I can't remember a night I had like a whole bottle of absinthe because it tasted like green apple
Beth,
candy.
there is wormwood in there. That is bit of the poison.
It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, if you want to get
Uh,
technical, all alcohols are poisons.
Yeah,
that's
I got
fair.
better.
That's fair.
I mean, okay, I'm just gonna say, if like, not to gatekeep absinthe, but I'm gonna gatekeep absinthe. If you're drinking it right, you're drinking a lot of water with each cocktail.
Wait,
Unless you're
supposed
drinking-
to mix it with things?
Oh my God! So
Jesus,
there is a
how did
contraption.
you drink it?
So it was into this big glass bottle and it was bright green and it tasted like green apple candy, so I just had it on its own.
No.
And I drank a fuck ton of water also, just in general, because I didn't get
No,
hungover the next
so
morning. But like, no,
there's
I just
this-
drank it on its own.
There's this
There-
whole
there is a
ritual
contraption.
you're supposed to do. Like, I'll show you my absinthe glass and spoon at the break.
No, I
but
just
yeah.
I just drink it. It tastes good.
Oh,
Mm,
if
dear.
you're
Yum.
if you're gonna drink
green.
it straight, you should at least mix it with champagne.
Oh boy.
Green.
That's how Ernest Hemingway drank it. He called it Death in the Afternoon.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, let's get this back on rails, shall we? Good lord. We're gonna have this. All right. Anyways, so yes, you have gotten your clue. You foolishly tasted candy in a haunted house. All right. What would you all like to do now? The rustling after that taste has gotten louder.
All right. Well, I think, assuming we don't find anything else,
You can keep investigating, but I just am letting you know there is a rustling in the basement.
okay. What do the two of you think? Do you think it's worthwhile to keep looking around, or
Uh,
wait? Did you actually taste it?
yeah, and now I think I know what it's like to be on LSD.
You probably shouldn't have put that in your mouth.
I'm not gonna do it again.
That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah,
You play Serpents and Sepulchres. Have you not ever been in a situation where your character went ahead and just like tasted something and you immediately got poisoned? How?
Sometimes it's the good berries.
I mean, yeah, most
Okay.
berries taste pretty good.
I guess as
Well,
long
no,
as you've learned
it's
your
because
lesson,
good
and you're
berries, they're
okay.
the whole meat. It doesn't matter.
Sure. I mean, I'm down to throw hands with a fucking dog made of candy, I guess, if it comes down to it.
I'm gonna go look in
Alright.
the kitchen for a butane torch real quick.
All right. I don't know, maybe we can find that like rivet type thing and fuck with that a little bit. See if we can't, I don't know, see what that's all about.
Oh, do you sell my toolbox from the truck?
I mean, I didn't take anything out of it. I imagine it's still there.
Can we say that whatever car we brought, we grabbed the toolbox because it's marked in my
Yeah.
clubhouse? So, okay.
100%. Yes.
Just be like, well, there's some tools in there. There might be a small crowbar and a like a small metal-headed like sledge. It's small, but if we need to physically mess something up, that'll do the trick.
All right, yeah. Well, let's go and look for that thing, I guess.
Alright.
What's it look like on your side?
What's that? The house or?
Yeah, like just everything.
I will say, Declan, it is just as vibrant on your side.
Oh, nope. I do not like that at all. I mean, it looks exactly like you would expect it to look from everything else I've talked about in the Chromatic Desert. It's kind of grayscale and staticky. Nothing weird here.
Straight up fucking lying.
I mean, all right.
So are we exploring the basement?
Yep, I think so.
Is
Ooh,
there a fire-based weapon available in the kitchen?
I'll let you make a meddling move, but if you, depending on, it'll just be an item for your corner of the house, not a clue.
Okay.
I'll say reason for this.
Hooray!
Oh, misses.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Is Roll20 up, by the way?
It is up.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I did not realize.
So, Amelia, you search through the house. You must have just stepped on a rotten part of the floor or something. There could be no supernatural reason for this. You plummet into the basement. I am going to give you a condition. I think dislocated shoulder, because you land badly sounds fun. And then you're going to, unless you turn a key now, I will describe the basement. I will give you the choice right now before I describe the basement.
Nope, I'll take it.
Okay. So you crash into the floor, you land in a pile of moldy boxes full of just dumb bullshit Christmas decorations, Halloween decorations, the kind of shit families, shove in their basement and pull out when they need it, and pop your shoulder out of joint. And then you look around and you see what has become of this basement. There is what looks like an orifice almost. It's got very similar structure to the licorice beastie you saw earlier. However, it looks like something has burrowed in to this basement and is reaching towards this licorice orifice. It is almost proboscis-like, but if a proboscis met 50s mad science. It is a lot of cathodes and circuitry, but also a fleshy thing that is Puckering and unpuckering, desperate to reach this portal.
So I feel so what happens is Cassie and Declan hear the crash crash thud ow, and then oh my god, oh says preserve, help.
Declan, Cassie, you hear this lovely racket. What would you like to do?
I mean,
Fuck.
I want to go find this hole that she fell through and assess the situation a little bit.
So you see very obviously from your vantage, Declan, this is not wood rot. There is, again, much like I described, this weird organic circuitry that has sort of infected the house and weakened a portion of it deliberately. It wants to eat Amelia. You get that vibe. You know it in your soul.
The portal does, or the proboscis thing does?
The proboscis thing does.
Okay. I mean, it's marked off, but I still have it. I mean, Dr. Cerulean's static scalpel has been coming in real handy. Declan's gonna basically drop through the hole and try to see if he can slash this thing off.
I will say it is not reaching for her currently. She is just in a shitty scenario where there is a portal to, obviously, Candyborn dimension.
Gotcha,
there is this proboscis that has tunneled into the basement. Neither of them are like currently threatening her, but they are there.
Okay.
If that adjusts what you're doing at all. Cassie, what are you doing?
I still will drop down though. I'll still drop down.
Cool. Cassie, are you going down the hole or the stairs?
Probably the stairs. There is something down there, then it'll have to take something from at least two directions.
Yep. All right. So you see it exactly as I described. I get my bed's laughing now. It just clicked. I clocked it too.
There wasn't a better way to say that. Like flanked.
There were so many better ways to say that.
Well, I could have said flanked, but it would not really, because it wouldn't really have been.
All right. So as you sit here, you do feel a shudder in the earth as this thing sort of makes a move deeper into the basement. You're not sure if its target is more Amelia or more the Candyborn portal. It's unclear at this moment. What would you do? What do you do?
Is there by any chance like a bag of cement mix or plaster mix or anything like that for home do-it-yourself home renovations?
Like drywall stuff?
Yes, preferably something that's going to be a little bit more solid, but
yeah, if they were going to do a patio out back or something, sure.
Yeah,
I'll give
exactly.
that to you. I'll give that to you. I'm feeling generous.
Okay. We might want to close that up. Seal it if possible.
For my clarification, are you talking about the Candyborn portal or the orifice? Okay, Candyborn portal.
Yeah, because I feel like the orifice is, or the proboscis thing is physically located there, whereas the portal is what it's trying to get to. So if we're from getting to the portal, that's ideally the best way to do it.
Yeah.
All right. I guess it's time to spackle an asshole. Let's let's get to work.
Hole.
Okay, that's the quote of the night.
Yeah, change is changed. Let's spackle an asshole.
And then, because I'm on the other side, I can't really help much with the physical labor part, but I can keep an eye on the proboscis thing to make sure it doesn't.
Right. So here's how this will work in my head anyway. Either Amelia or Cassie will need to spackle the asshole, while Declan prevents the proboscis orifice from doing something. So the way that will work, mechanically speaking, is if they roll like dog shit, the proboscis is going to react, and Declan has to deal with it.
Got it.
Okay, so who is spackling the ass?
I mean, that sounds like a vitality roll to me.
It does sound very much like a vitality roll to me as well.
And like, you know, lesbians and their home improvement tools, I guess. So,
I mean,
Oh god, that is so valid and accurate.
so it's got to be on Cassie, right?
Yeah,
I'm the asshole with the dislocated shoulder, so it's not me.
I think there's definitely a moment where Declan's gonna say, like, "Do you know how to apply like spackle?" And Cassie just says, like, "I'm a lesbian." Sorry, yeah.
All right. So yes, this will be the night move. With vitality, what is Cassie afraid will happen if she fails?
Oh, so I think so. This is gonna be probably like kind of gross.
I
But-
I put the biggest body horror content warning I could.
Yeah, I think she's afraid that as she's trying to spackle it shut, it'll like flex and pull her in.
It's worse than that. The licorice beastie will be pulling you into its mouth.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we have all this stuff in our corner of the house that we can.
Yes. I
Oh,
will
yeah.
suggest use your
Okay.
items liberally.
Yeah. I mean, I don't unfortunately think any of these would apply, but you know.
Yeah.
I could stab the big asshole in the wall with a fucking claw, I guess, but what would that accomplish, really?
It would cause it to retract, and then you spackle it.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that? I think I'll stick with my +3 for now.
Okay, sounds good.
Cassie's got plenty of keys still. We're fine.
Okay. Let's see the night move vitality. Oh boy.
Whew,
Oh,
10 plus,
nice.
baby.
Tell me how amazingly you spackle this asshole.
So amazingly.
Hold on. Describe it slowly.
Slowly.
I hate how you
This-
said slowly just now. You put some fucking stank on that.
Veer described
I mean-
advised, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's safe to say there is not a wrinkle left after the fact.
That is one smooth asshole.
Not an errant fold or hair.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right.
And as Drea so aptly says, spackle it with your caulk.
All right. So
Good.
you have presumably sealed this portal to Candyborn. Declan, you're watching the proboscis. It flexes and tenses like it's tasting the air. It looks towards the now sealed hole. You feel an air of disappointment, and then it retracts. I will say the like cathode weird science circuitry stays behind. But the proboscis starts sliding back from whence it came.
Is it like? I'm assuming it's coming out of like a hole in the wall.
Yeah, it like burrowed here. Yeah.
I'd like to use the scalpel to like just cut the cathode tubes and the wires and everything like that. So
I
it's no longer...
think I'm going to request a night move for that.
Oh, son of a bitch! Just had to
because
do it. Just had to do it.
Look, when you do something risky or something you are afraid of, it triggers the night move.
But
It is your fault. You did this.
It's just it was just wires. The
Is it just wires? Is it just wires? Anyways,
right,
I think because you're using the scalpel, we're going to call this sensitivity.
Okay. Oh, that worries me for reasons I'll explain later. I am going to. You know what? This is kind of a hardware kind of repair-y thing. I'm gonna mark the toolbox. Declan's kind of a handy dude and whatnot.
All right.
He knows how to work around live wires and things like that. So that way I can roll it with.
Cool. What are you afraid is going to happen if you fail?
I'm afraid that if much like Cassie was afraid of getting pulled into the portal, I'm afraid of getting pulled into this hole, which is considerably smaller, and will be far more agonizingly painful.
This is a weirder, but like it's still kind of the same thing. Where it's worse than that. The proboscis will sense a tasty meal at its former burrow and get itself a snack. A kid didn't get the portal it wanted, but a Declan will be a good snack. Just right through. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Declan will finally know what it's like to be on the other end of a bendy straw.
All right.
It's a good condition to give you. Okay, I think I know.
Peachy keen, totally fine. Everything's good. That sounds like a good condition.
I'll say you, because of the kind of mess this basement is, you lose your footing, stumble forward, and your arm goes into this formal burrow, and you do slice it, so you succeed. However, the stuff leaches onto your skin. I'm going to... What do I want to call this condition? Circuitry Odysseus sounds fun. That's very fanciful.
No, I'm gonna have to take that.
You have very few options, unless you want to turn the key of sacrifice.
No.
Right.
Thank you for the offer, but no.
I'm here to help. That's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm. Because that's your title in the game, is the helper.
The helper. I kind of want to change my name in Zoom now. The helper. All right. So, is there anything else you'd like to do on Escondido Street?
Let's spackle this little hole over too, just for funsies.
I'll let you have that. You just do that.
All right. Declan. So when Declan goes to like slice the wires and it kind of like inserts his arm, he probably does like an everything's good, everything's fine. Yep, we're good over here.
Han Solo's it. Got it.
Yep, just stepped in something. I'm not sure what that was, but
Okay, well, I think I got all of this spackle on this fucking hole. So,
all right. In that case, where to next? That wasn't as bad as it could have been, right? Like that actually was.
I mean, yeah, we could have gotten eaten by households.
Hey, but I need to go to the ER.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh, you're hurt. Oh my god. Okay, I did not realize. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily need to be an ER. Let's find a walk-in, like a urgent care clinic or something. ER is going to take a lot longer.
I will say, because Cassie has a weird butch energy. It's a dislocated shoulder. You can just pop it right back in with the nostalgia move.
I mean,
Or you can just
Amelia.
narratively you can pop it back in, but you'll still be like, ow. Because fun fact, if you get your shoulder put back in, like if you dislocate it and someone shoves it back in, it still hurts really fucking bad. It's just not dislocated anymore. So you will
Yep.
still have the condition, but Cassie can just put your shoulder back in socket pretty easily.
Cassie will look at Amelia and be like, "Yeah, I've seen one of those a couple times. If you want, I can pop it back in there, but it's still gonna hurt like a bitch."
It hurts right now and I can't use it, so being able to use it and it still hurts seems like a win.
All right. Here, and she takes off her jacket and is like, bite on this. And then.
I will be kind and not make you roll for this.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. It's
Amelia's-
honestly like in terms of risky medical procedures, popping a shoulder back in is not a big deal. I've done it for friends and I have zero medical knowledge.
Yeah, she probably still like yelps in pain and favors that arm for the rest of whatever's about to happen next.
It's all fine. Everything's fine. All right, so the plan is to leave House of Escondidos right now.
Mhm.
Where would you like to head next?
Oh, it's a baby.
Oh, it's a kitty. Well, do we want to just go to Deep Lake?
I mean, that works for me.
Okay.
I don't think I can spackle a hole at the bottom of the fucking lake, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. But I'm hoping that the portal won't be at the bottom of the lake. I'm hoping that it'll be in the cabin. Oh, but that doesn't make sense. It's probably gonna be in the bottom of the lake. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out when we get there.
All right. So you all head to Deep Lake proper, the eponymous Deep Lake. And I think that's a good place for us to take a break.
Okay.
Alright.
We will be back in 10 minutes. I'm debating if we're going to do an extended day phase or if I'm just going to go into the night phase.
I mean, extended night phase sounds right for the final mystery.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do dusk quickly, which I don't think we really need to do anything, and then right into night phase. And yeah, we'll see how our latchkeys fare. See you in 10 minutes, everyone. 10 Hello, everyone. We're back with the second half of the finale, which is going to be all night phase. I don't think there's anything that triggers in dusk that we need to worry about. Technically, you can attempt to answer a question. I don't think you have enough clues currently.
We have
You
enough
do
clues to attempt if we wanted to.
At a -3, yeah, you sure can. I mean, if you'd like.
Let's get a couple more clues, because I think the "what are you afraid's gonna happen," and its worst is gonna be real bad.
And always will be. Oh, I just bit my tongue smiling. I deserve that. Because I'm going to do something. I don't mean this to be horny, but it is going to be taken that way. I have a really massive tongue.
Mood though.
Yeah.
Relatable.
So it gets in the way constantly. Yeah, there you go. Gift that, I guess. Anyways, so I don't think anything happens in dusk phase, so we'll just move on to night phase. Where with the last, I will say time-wise, it is still whatever, like probably midday. You haven't done that much today, but in terms of phases of the game, we are in the night phase, so everything is night moves, not just the awful locations I provided you.
Hooray! Okay.
So where are the latchkeys headed now? And are you still sticking together?
Deep Lake, I presume, and I don't think we have any reason to split up. Especially,
I mean,
not unless you trigger a move from me.
Yeah, I mean, there is technically a reason for us to split up, like on a meta level, so that we could get potentially more clues if we did, and do more stuff more quickly. But
that's true.
I don't think
drive right now, so she's going wherever Cassie wants to go.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's no chance in hell Declan's going to leave those two alone.
No.
Unless.
But yeah, no, we'll head Deep Lake.
All right. So much as it was at the house on Escondido Street, the lake is vibrant and alive. It's those big algae blooms that you see in the ocean sometimes. That is what has happened to Deep Lake. It is a scintillating myriad of colors of algae, though. This is clearly not terrestrial algae. No one else seems to notice.
We are not going in that water.
But why? You might have to. You do see there is a fissure in the ground that leads right to the lake, where very obviously the burrow. You're familiar with what this thing is doing now. It has burrowed into Deep Lake. I will say the water level has dipped a little as well. And now we will paint the scene once again. In what way has this place been affected by the truth of TV Odyssey, beyond what I've already described?
Alright, so you know how like when kids... Because camp is still in session, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, the lake is off limits now, but it's fine.
Oh,
Alright. Well, so we arrive, we park, we make our way through the campground, etc., etc. And so there's all these little kid campers running around. And, like, when you were kids, you would yell the slogans or the jingles that you heard. I'm trying to remember some of them, like, oh, it's Nerf or nothing! You know, you say, well, like, mowing your friend down with a Nerf gun. All the slogans that the kids are yelling are from TV Odyssey shows. And even if we stopped and like, hey kid, why are you saying? And they're like, I don't know. Everybody's saying it. It sounds cool.
I think that there are these like huge bubbles of water that are just floating in the air. It looks like the water level may some of it is literally just floating up in the air, perfectly spherical, with like still got like plant life and fish swimming around in the bubble in the air and stuff.
I was gonna say that you're able to see a lot more, because when we were here last time and we kind of like closed off the thing for Deep Lake, we had specified that there were like some people that had drowned here, some kids, and I led them out.
While sacrificing your brother, yes.
I was trying to leave that part out. Thank you very much.
My bad. That was for the audience. That I just had to make sure they remembered.
Yes, of course.
Because Declan can't forget either.
And I think that with TV Odyssey kind of coming back, I think that there are a lot more spirits kind of visible below the surface, hinting that a lot more has happened in Deep Lake than just the 6 or 7 or however many people it was that we kind of were investigating.
Yeah. All right. So, how would you like to proceed now that you have arrived at Deep Lake?
Carefully.
For real.
Thank you. Not what I was really asking, but thank you for that.
I think that first Cassie's gonna turn to Declan as they're getting out of Declan's, truck or whatever. Like, so before we get going, someone showed up at the silo earlier today.
Someone from the Black Leaf Society?
No, I'm pretty sure we fucking curb stomped all those guys. I mean, I capoeiraed them.
To be fair, your ghost capoeiraed them, but
well,
I guess,
yeah, but
it was give you an
it's still
for that.
It was fun. Anyways, it's besides the point. He's the guy who's been leaving clues for Kato and I this whole time, and
oh damn, I honestly, that just became such a sort of mundane background detail that I just assumed it was
it was. Yeah, I just sort of didn't think about it that much because putting any thought to it would kind of start like a panic attack. There's not really much I can do about it, so I just didn't think about it. Anyway, he told me his name is Jordan and that he's your brother. And to tell you that he forgives you and that you made the right choice. I don't know what that means. I don't know why he couldn't tell you himself. I think he's in the same place you are. You might be able to find him, even.
I don't have a brother named Jordan though. That's the thing. That's weird though, because that's what I named my Serpent Sepulchre's character.
Yeah, he said. So I said the same thing, and then he said that's because you made a choice that made him not exist anymore.
Is Amelia here?
She is fully here, yeah.
Okay, but a lot of people don't remember you, Declan.
Yeah, but
Declan, does your family remember you?
No, probably not. But Cassie remembered Kato. So I have to assume that if I had a brother, I would still remember him. It's not the kind of thing you forget.
Well, I only remembered Kato because she used, well, the weirdness of Deep Lake and the power of fucking music.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
that's. I don't have a brother named Jordan.
That's, hey, I'm not trying to start a fight or anything. That's just what he told me, and I'm just passing it along in case it's important.
Oh, I appreciate that, but you know,
No
you
skin
don't
off my back.
get you don't grow up constantly being reminded to remember your brothers and sisters just to fucking forget one of them. So let's just drop it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll put a pin in that for the moment. How would you like to investigate Deep Lake? Or what are you planning to do here, I guess?
So for Amelia, she probably went to this camp as a kid. And
Most likely.
probably grew up hearing all the stories about the places that were haunted. Oh, and with the lake doing its thing, clearly we're gonna go to the lake and poke around the shoreline.
We've established there are kids here active.
In the camp, yes. They are like the lake has kind of been sequestered because of the algae bloom.
Right. How far away is the camp from the lake? Like they're like.
We'll say like maybe a 10-minute walk, if that.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty close. I mean, it's kind of set up to be your standard summer camp, you know, where like the lake is nearby, so you can do activities.
I want to make sure that there are no kids that have like snuck out to the lake.
Okay, that sounds fun. Go ahead, Declan, and give me a meddling move. We're gonna call that. It feels like reason. Yeah, we'll call it reason.
Just a meddling move, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, there is no what's bad what bad things going to happen. I will say if you fuck up a meddling move, it does lead into a worse situation very often.
That is an 11.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a clue. I'm also gonna give you a little something extra. That's not a clue.
Little jab with the knife.
I don't know if you want to do it to this particular thing I'm gonna do. So
no, I'm saying you're gonna give me a little something extra with a jab.
Oh, wait, with a knife? Yeah, I am going to do that for sure. As you walk the lake to make sure no one's like hiding in the woods. They can't see you, so they wouldn't hide from you. You're the perfect scout. As you walk, you notice this haze hanging over the lake. And as you look closer at it, it's not like fog or swamp gas or anything like that. It's pixelated, almost like, well, nanites are beyond your time, but these look like a mechanical fog of sorts hanging over the lake. It seems like it might be emanating from the fissure that leads to the lake. Here's the little extra bit I'll give you. As you're walking and looking for people, you do catch glance of someone. Looks like an adult, though. Looks very familiar, Declan. But you catch him out of the corner of your eye, and you look back and he's gone. You just see, like, the remnant of a cherry of a cigarette. Your clue, however, is this weird mechanical fog over the lake.
Okay. Do you two see that?
The fog?
Yeah,
I have to. Who has the Wandering Monolith marked?
I do.
I
Yes,
do.
Cassie sees it.
Yes, I also have it marked.
Amelia sees it as well.
Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah.
Cassie's gonna go check out the fissure.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, is it like how wide is it? Is it something that I could reasonably like scale down?
We'll say yes.
Yeah.
I will
Well-
ask for a night move though. You knew I was going to ask for that.
Yeah, I mean a little rock climbing for the soul. Can I don't know if I'll be able to sell you on this one, but while
Okay.
she's climbing down, I wanted her to be like looking around and paying attention to like the fissure itself to see if it's anything unusual more so than just being a fissure.
Oh, so fishing for meddling move instead of night move.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. I'll be generous.
Yeah.
I don't think you have any conditions, Cassie, so you're good. Yeah, we'll call that. I think it's still gonna be vitality because you are rock climbing.
Yep.
Even if you're doing like a reasonable search thing, you do need to do there's a level of physicality here that I think makes it
Yes.
solidly a vitality meddling move.
Excellent. Oh no, 5.
Oh. So
Rocks
here-
fall.
Here's what happens. You're supremely confident in your physical abilities. However, this is an unstable fissure. And the ground has been shaking regularly. And it's like you like the citizens of this place write it off to aftershocks, but you all know better. The TV Odyssey is doing something. So as you're climbing down this fissure, it shakes. You lose your footing, you lose your grip, and you tumble down and land on top of something similar to what you saw in the house on Escondido Street. This one is much larger. I think I'm going to give you. I feel like just a physical condition for now is good. Let's say concussion. Let's say you hit your head as you fall.
Ouch. But I found the spackle hole.
You did find the spackle. Oh Lord, I did this to myself.
Yeah, I think like we see Cassie starting to go in and the earth shakes and she loses her footing and kind of yelps a bit as she hits the ground. And eventually she's like, oh, fuck. Oh, I think I hit my head a little bit on the way down, but I found... hell. I found the next thing we have to plug.
Cassie, you feel it writhing beneath you now that you've landed on it. It's aware of you.
Oh, I don't like this. Quickly, what do we do?
What's the matter with it?
It's writhing underneath me.
It's aware that Cassandra has fallen on top of it, and it might do something about that.
I mean,
How deep is the hole or the fissure?
We'll say probably 10 feet-ish. It's not a super deep thing. Like, it just cracked because it was burrowing.
So this is the one. This is like the proboscis thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that if you look down the fissure, where you can see Cassie laying on top of it, it is a similar construct that she's laying on currently. Not a great spot to be.
I meant to ask, what is about to happen?
Oh, yes. Since we are already this far, the proboscis is going to consume Cassie. I think you know the why already.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we need to get Cassie out of that. Obviously. So let's focus on that. Let's get Cassie out of the hole first.
Let's find some rope.
Oh, Cassie, I didn't give you the option. Would you like to turn a key to avoid this fate, or are you happy with?
Oh no, I would have if I wanted to. I think
Okay.
this is good.
Sounds good.
I mean, I think that Cassie's just gonna get ready to fucking. She knows that a proboscis thing is gonna happen, so she's gonna get Kato's claw out and get ready to try and cut off the proboscis.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna ask for the night move now with vitality.
All right.
What are you afraid is gonna happen if you fail?
I hate to do this to myself, but I think it might be sensitivity because of the nature of everything.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing: you are physically fighting this thing, even if it's with weird stuff.
Well, but the rule says that it overrides because of sensitivity.
Fair enough. I will. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it will be with sensitivity.
You know,
you are
I
concussed.
hate to do this with myself, but
You are also concussed, so I think I have to be
Yeah.
even shittier and call
no, don't worry
disadvantage
about
here.
it. It's the finale. If you don't do it now, when will you?
Fair.
I will mark Kato's claw.
All right. So roll night move sensitivity normally. What are you afraid is going to happen if you fail?
Well, that like the proboscis is gonna fucking like eat all of our insides.
It's worse than that. After it consumes you, it will have the extra energy to reach the portal in the bottom of Deep Lake and connect.
Oh boy.
Oh
5.
no.
So, Amelia, Declan, you watch as Cassie squares up against the proboscis, swipes and loses her footing once again, and the proboscis just full swallow whole. You watch her body wiggle through what you can see of it, and then it shoots into the lake and goes down into the portal, and you see it light up with eldritch power. Unless you'd like to turn a key, Cassie.
I really would.
Turn a key.
Wonderful. What key will you be turning?
We're gonna do a flashback to when you felt genuine happiness as a child.
You have that ready to go, or would you like to wait?
I can do it now.
Okay.
I think that as Cassie is standing there clutching Kato's claw, she remembers the first time that they met. And in that fateful day in kindergarten, when Kato was crying because no one wanted to hang out with her, Cassie walks up, but something's weird about this memory because Kato got taken by the Chromatic Desert. There are two people sitting where Kato sits. It's Kato and someone else who looks similar enough to Kato, but very clearly a different person. And they're both making the same motions, doing the same things, and Cassie walks up to the two of them and offers her hand to both. They both take it and they all stand together and start playing, but Kato and this other person have all of the same motions, all of the same movements. Cassie doesn't seem to notice.
Interesting. Okay. I love it. Okay, so reverse. Cassie squares up with the proboscis, slices it down. However, the blood question mark rains down on her. I'm going to say acid scars is the condition you're going to take.
Cassie keeps getting hotter and hotter.
So I'm
I
just
mean,
gonna
I would be lying if I said scars aren't hot.
I would like to propose something.
Yes.
I feel like we should get some sort of benefit for Steph making sure that this thing didn't eat her character, because really doing it a favor, because if it had eaten her, it would have gotten really Cassie.
I get it. I get it. Like a
Gassy,
fart joke.
Cassie, yeah, exactly.
How dare you?
Good.
If I could take away all of the nice things I've given right now, I would.
But you can't.
And I love wordplay. I want to be clear. My partner is nothing but wordplay and puns. I love it. That one. That one. No.
All
All
right.
right. So
well, we
the
still need to help-
proboscis retracts, bleeding blade. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cassie just kind of looks at it as like, get fucked. God, I'm in pain. I got it.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
gonna go find some rope to haul you up. Don't die.
Don't plan on it. Can I see if I can find the other, like the piece of the proboscis that I cut off? It could be useful.
You know what? I'll give it to you. You can add a piece of the proboscis to your corner of the house.
I was actually angling for like a meddling move to make it a
Okay.
cube, if that would be all right.
Yeah, that's fine. I will allow that as well.
Hell yeah.
We'll call that straight up reason, though.
Cool. Seven.
All right. Feels lame to make it more acid burns. I
An acid
think.
high.
Ooh.
Let me see. What's the other condition I gave you? Concussed. Okay. I'm gonna think on the complication, but I'll go ahead and give you that as a clue. The 7 proboscis.
Awesome.
All right. I might just bank it for later. That's very PBTA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I know what the nostalgia clue is gonna be.
Alright.
Oh, let me make sure that I know that I have it right here. 1 second. I gotta pull something up. Where? There.
While Miss Steph does that, Amelia, Declan. Amelia, you said you're going to grab rope.
Mhm.
No roll needed. There's a boathouse nearby. This is a camp. You get like the little buoys and strap it down, no problem.
Yep.
Is there anything you'd like to do, Declan? Anything else, or Amelia, either of you besides that?
I've got it
Mostly
now.
just do my best to help get Cassie up out of this fissure.
Okay.
It is a wet plate camera from the Whateleys.
I see. Okay.
I think Declan's gonna kind of go stand on the at the edge of the water. He's not really doing anything specific. I think he can't physically help get Cassie out of the fissure, so he's gonna kind of get lost in a bit of thought.
Sure.
Study the mist.
So while you're standing here, Declan, you're here alone, and then the vibe changes, and you can't see anyone, but you're positive that someone's standing beside you, and you're both gazing at the same lake in the same moment. Like that vibe of two people just staring off together but not interacting. But you don't see anyone.
It's like being in a long distance relationship.
Yeah, that hits me right in my heart, Steph. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I love you,
Same.
Drea.
My wife and I did long distance for like 5 years, 6 years, I think. Something like that.
Been it'll be it's almost a year and a half now with me and Drea.
The only
endurance.
relationships that I ever had before, like, the last two were all online, and it was bad for me.
It is
It's
rough.
an endurance test for sure.
Yeah, it is rough, but
Chronic
it is worth
behavior.
it. Is it worth it if they are, Anyways, let's not get into that. I don't need to be sappy with my partner on stream. Alright, so if there's nothing else, where would you like to go next?
I think
I will say you know what it's doing now, so maybe going to the source is an option, but I will not pressure you either way. I will just float it. Float it in the air. Cassie, have you told them that you have the keys to the station, by the way? I know you told them the story about...
Oh, I think it totally has spaced her mind so far.
Okay, cool. Just put in... Okay.
But I imagine she'll probably, once she gets up from like the rope, and she'll be like, "Ow, what the fuck is hurting my legs so much? Oh my god, I have keys in there." And yes, that's right. She has some fucking cargo pants. She's got pockets.
none of this no pockets bullshit for Cassie.
Yeah, they're cargo pants. They got all kinds of chains and belts on them. Fucking trip pants, baby.
Oh, yeah. Good old bondage pants. Circa Hot Topic.
Back on Hot Topic was good. All right. Yeah, I mean, as far as how many clues do we have, actually?
5.
I believe 5 currently, yeah.
So we probably want to.
At least 1 or 2 more.
Yeah.
I will say, you can get clues at the station itself.
I guess if we can
Clues
get clues at the station, let's go to the station.
Yeah, works for me. Let's do it.
All right. So you approach TV Odyssey. You can feel the thrum of the heartbeat of this place. From the outside, it looks typical public access station, though you are very aware of what sits beneath it in the earth. Cassie, you have the keys. You open the employee entrance to it and step inside. We're going to go ahead and paint the scene. What about the inside of TV Odyssey tells you where it's been?
You've given me so much narrative power here.
I know. It's almost like I was like, I could say where it's been, or I could let my players say where it's been.
The first thing that came to my mind is really bad, but it is also very on theme for how, like, dumb and 2000s everything has been in our campaign so far. I might go for it. I think there is a human-sized Bionicle. She's like alive.
Okay.
What?
A real Bionicle.
Not where I expected that to go.
Me either.
It's very 2000s.
I like it. I can make it work. The dangers of playing with gremlins. I say as a gremlin myself.
I've been
With
watching a lot of weird Lego fucking video essays recently.
I'm gonna
Of
say
course.
there's a weird element of kind of banality or like mundanity to this kind of lobby space, in that there are like framed pictures along the wall of was it Phineas Whately, right? Is his name?
Correct.
Like Phineas Whately standing in these very like alien kind of landscapes and interacting with things that are very clearly alive but not human. Almost like, when you get that picture of like the CEO who's like, shaking hands with whatever, and stuff like that. And it's just basically every wall space. These are like perfectly aligned framed pictures.
All right.
I think. So there's pictures on the wall. And you know how when light hits a glass picture frame just right, you get like this little rainbow sheen on it? It's kind of like that, but it's also it's not a rainbow. It's the colored algae pattern from the lake.
Nice. I like that. All right. So you step in through the employee's entrance. There's like, with all the weirdness about, there is still a time clock and all of the kind of trappings you'd expect in a place of work. Where would you like to go in TV Odyssey?
Amelia? So I assume there's like probably some sort of cubicle farm?
You'd expect that. It doesn't look like there's much post-production needed in TV Odyssey. I'm sure that's
Okay.
fine.
Alright, well, so she looks for the cubicle farm, is like, huh, that's weird. No cubicle farm. And she's just gonna start opening doors with signs that look like they might. So she's looking not necessarily for studios, but for offices. So, like,
Okay.
if there's a
Declan
name.
wants to look like executives' offices or something like that.
Yeah. Like, so, like, if there's a nameplate that's like VP of production, she's going in. If there's something that says like Studio A, she's not going in.
I will say regardless of what office you go into, every name is Phineas Whately on these doors. Whether it's executive producer or, director, etc. So, since Amelia kicked us off, I'm going to go ahead and ask for the night move. I'm going to say, because you are inside TV Odyssey, probably all these are going to be sensitivity, heads up. So we're going to see the night move with sensitivity for Amelia. What are you afraid is going to happen if you fail when opening this door?
That she will step into a parallel universe and the licorice beast will eat her.
It's worse than that. You're going to... It is. You're going to step into an Odyssey tape.
Oh, okay, that is worse.
Hey, would you like to mark anything before you make this? Oh, never mind.
Oh, just went for the roll.
Too late.
Just went for it.
YOLO.
Okay.
Hit we ball.
I should have made you take that based on your what are you afraid is gonna happen. I should have given you this advantage. So we'll let it slide. Okay. So you open this door to the executive VP's whatever room. It is a stage. It looks like they're filming something new here. And the director, whose face is shrouded to you, says, finally, some talent. Please step onto the stage. This is very much the Candy-born set that you saw before. It looks like the licorice beastie is waiting for it to say action. So I'm going to advance your marked by licorice beastie to a full hunted.
Oh no.
Unless you like to turn a key.
Yeah, I haven't turned any keys of the children because I've been trying to get a feel for this character, but I
Okay.
feel like yeah, so she sees these characters from a board game, from a child's board game, a young child's board game. And she remembers evenings where her parents would play this with her and her siblings after dinner. And they would probably make it a little extra fun by like having, a dish of little wrapped candies. And if you rolled well, or like Candyland was a spinner, I don't know. But if you played well, you were rewarded with candy. And that was probably started Amelia's love of board games that eventually led her to Serpents and Sepulchres. And so she's looking. It's like you're a Disney fan and you're looking up Disney lore, and then all of a sudden you're having to watch a Mickey Mouse porno. Like, this isn't what you wanted. This wasn't my childhood. I don't want any of this. This is like, or like when the people complain that like, oh my god, Kathleen Kennedy ruined my childhood, by making bad Star Wars movies. And that's sort of the experience she has, is this memory, these good childhood memories juxtaposed against like, you've twisted them.
All right, so turning the key bumps it to a 10 plus then. So you have that moment, and then much like before, you're rushed back to reality, and it's like, oh no, this is just an executive's office. Everything's fine here.
I really need to get more careful about when I eat the mushrooms.
Declan, Cassie, what are you up to? Declan, you said you're doing the same thing?
Yeah,
That
I
she's-
wanted to go search for an office that looked like it might belong to this Phineas guy too, but I probably wouldn't have gone like down a different wing of the building than Amelia.
Are you opening doors willy-nilly, or are you looking for a door? That's the question I'm going to ask you.
I'm looking for a specific door. Like I want one that says like Phineas Waitley, like I don't know, something
CEO
that
or something.
stands out. Yeah, something that stands out is like this is the person in charge.
I depending on this role, I'm going to ask from you. We're going to call this meddling move with sensitivity. Should I can mark anything or anything like that? Now, granted, there aren't stakes right now. Like I will do something if
Yeah.
you fail, but
No, I think I'm gonna leave it.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
Damn.
Well, I offered this last week, so I will continue the trend. For your bonus on the meddling move, I will either lore dump or I will give you an extra clue. Your choice.
Oh, I think I gotta go lore dump. Lore dump.
Okay.
Lore dump. Lore dump.
So, you stumble upon a door. It says CEE. That's an abbreviation you've never seen before. Chief Eldritch Executive. What's that mean? You crack the door open. It's not an office. It looks like a production station with all of the bells and whistles. It's kind of similar to what you saw at Station 25.5, right? But this is built for TV, not radio. Merged with it, you see a familiar face. His body has been fully absorbed into the circuitry. The head, though, remains there, moving. This is your clue, by the way. Phineas Waitley merged with the what's the word I want? The electronics.
Animatronic?
Yeah, no, but like I was trying to think of the proper word for the TV bullshit that I should know since I've worked at studios. um, the production equipment. He's merged with the production equipment. Um, the head tilts, regards you. Welcome, Declan Juniper. What do you think?
Good. Sorry.
He pauses when you speak. Go ahead.
Is it Mr. Whately or Phineas or Finney?
So many names. Phineas is fine.
You were going to ask me what I think?
Yes. What do you think of my great work?
I don't think I'm a fan.
But
I mean, when you think about it, it's a lot like just regular old mundane TV. It's kind of insidious and sort of worms its way into people's minds and prevents them from being able to really pay attention to what's going on around them, and turns people ugly and makes the world seem like this awful, vile, despicable place. And you're just like any big studio executive or whatever. You're here trying to put your little feelers out to get whatever it is you need or want or think you deserve, and you don't care who it hurts. So honestly, I think it's kind of reductive and mediocre.
A single tear falls from his eye. Oh, Declan, you misunderstand me. I wanted to reach everyone, everywhere, all times, every place. I could bring everyone back for you if you just help me. Don't you want to be remembered?
I'm kind of torn on that, actually, still. But you're not doing this for me. You're not doing this for anybody else. You're doing this for whatever the fuck it is you are.
I'm doing this for everyone, everything, every time, everywhere.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure throughout history, every time someone has said, "I know the answer," and it applies to everyone, that has been a bad thing. And I don't think that's limited to just being human. So
I'm disappointed.
yeah, me too. I always thought TV Odyssey would be something really insightful and rewarding. I always thought it would be something that when I figured it out, I would feel a little less incomplete. But let's be honest, I think everyone knows that solution comes from inside. We just look for the external ones. Anyways, sorry. This whole being on the verge of whatever the next stage of existence is has kind of made me feel a little bit thoughtful. Hey, I was this close from being like, I pull the dynamite, light it, and toss it in there.
Do it. Do it.
I mean,
do it.
You know what I'm going to ask for when you do that.
Yeah, of course.
And I will clarify. I won't resolve the mystery. That still needs to be done. You'll just have
Yeah.
killed him. Them? Question mark.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's exactly where that's gonna go, honestly. Like I feel like Declan is just there's a big problem, he's got a big solution. He's just gonna go ahead and put the two together. So
All right.
yeah.
I'm gonna actually not make this sensitivity because it is dynamite, which is a very mundane thing. So this will be the night move with vitality. What do you have any conditions, Deck?
Not running from Phineas, running from your own dynamite that is sweating nitroglycerin.
You have been infected with the circuitry Odysseus. So I am going to give you disadvantage as it fights against you throwing this dynamite at Phineas Wheatley.
Okay.
I will ask what do you afraid is going to happen. If you fail, you can still mark something, but I'm curious what you think the bad thing is first.
I'm afraid that the dynamite is old and it will land and it just won't go off. And that'll give Declan just enough time, just enough hesitation to kind of dwell on the you want to be remembered, don't you? And he will say yes.
I got nothing worse than that. Yep, that's what it is. All right, so unless you're going to mark an item, this will be the night move with disadvantage with vitality. I will say you're probably going to mark the dynamite since you're using it.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll normally then.
I'm not gonna roll. I'm gonna use what Nintendo don't.
Okay. I want to hear the badass way you do this.
So Declan is going to Declan's like he had those like the signed pictures of like Seagal and Van Damme. Like he was raised on like those action movies and everything like that. And so, you know, he kind of takes a play from their book. Where this wouldn't work normally in the real world, but it's the Chromatic Desert, so fuck it. He's gonna kind of take out the little sleeve of matches, which of course there's only one match left, and he's gonna pull it. He's gonna light it on his 5 o'clock shadow, and then
fuck yes.
And then as I light it, I'm gonna look at Phineas. I'm gonna say, "It's time for your close up," and I'm gonna throw it at him.
All right, you get a 12 plus. I'll say I'm gonna add a little spice myself. You fucking huck it. His mouth opens to say one last thing to you, and it lands directly between his teeth. And then you slam the door and book it in. Boom. The added benefit here, I think. It's a good added benefit. I think taking out Phineas. This is an out of left field thing that I'm just deciding in the moment. I'm gonna knock the complexity down one on the mystery.
Oh, that's interesting. As it explodes and everything, Declan's gonna walk away because you walk away from explosions, and he's gonna kind of dust his hands off and he's gonna say, "Phineas, this dynamite up your ass."
Got him. Fucking got him.
Got him. Amelia and Cassie, you hear an explosion in the facility. What is Cassie doing when this happens?
I think that Cassie's been looking for like, so it's a public access station. She doesn't imagine that there would be more than one like filming room or
you
area.
would imagine that. That's
yeah,
not
she
the
would
case,
imagine,
though.
but yeah, I figured. She's gonna look for the spots where like any of the ones that we've already watched may have been like filmed.
All right, I think this is gonna be the medley move with sensitivity. Yeah. What do you got? Yeah, concussed. That's fine. Yeah, no, I'm gonna use apply. This is purely supernatural stuff, not physical.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I don't think.
You like to
any of
mark
these
something, feel
items-
free. Yeah.
I don't know if any of no. Nah. I don't think any of those make sense. 6.
Well, Cassie, I think you probably have a good guess what set you're going to step onto. You
Right into a fucking arroyo. Trip and fall. Welcome to the ditch.
Nope. It's worse than that.
Oh boy.
You step in to the Officer Barker Odyssey tape.
Oh fuck. It is worse.
Officer Barker looks up at you, Cassie, as you step into the filming studio. You're one of the worst of them, aren't you? Let your love vanish. Let your family die. You're the one who deserves to be punished, Cassie. Unless you turn a key, I'm going to ask for the night move to escape from Officer Barker, who is going to punish you.
I mean, how can I turn a key? Like a climactic battle at the finale with Cassie and the literal embodiment of her trauma?
Okay. Tell me how you're squaring up, because I assume what is Cassie's reaction? I'm curious. Seeing the thing responsible for her family's death.
She clutches the little 8-bit chibi Kato and she says, "You don't fucking know anything about me, actually. You're already dead. Fuck off."
All right. Night move with sensitivity with advantage, because I assume you're not turning, but using that item. What do you afraid is gonna happen? You fail.
Well, that the dog is gonna tell me to, I guess.
I'm trying to think how to make it worse than you having lost control to Officer Barker again. Because as an NPC, she lost control to Officer Barker. I know. I think you're going to destroy everything you have left of Kato under Officer Barker's control.
Oh, nice. All right. 8.
All right. So you tussle with Officer Barker. You've got your keychain to give you strength. You're on top of him, throttling him in this costume. It's clearly not a person. You know better now. And you can feel the ichor as your nails dig into this thing's throat. Ichor seeps into your skin. I'm going to give you the condition ichor stained.
Nice.
Unless you like to turn a key.
No, that's all right.
That's all right. Even though you're full up on conditions, interesting.
It's fun. It's a good time.
All right. So let's bounce back to Amelia. What are you up to now that you have walked into a normal office? And that is where we left you.
Yeah, so Amelia walks into the normal office. And is essentially like, huh? Normal office? Nothing here. Okay. Wait, what was that? She hears the explosion from Declan.
I will say a bunch of files and stuff fall to the ground. If you'd like to peruse those, otherwise you can go check on Declan.
Oh, that's tempting. Yes, I would like to peruse the files.
Hey, meddling me with reason, please.
Mild success.
All right. I think I'm gonna combine the two complications I've saved and make them a big problem when you go to resolve this mystery.
Oh no.
And that's what I'm
Okay.
gonna do.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a clue. Your clue, it is a letter it's a letter explaining how the site was acquired by Phineas Whately and how important it was to him, how it spoke to him on a level, how he felt this place was touched by the divine and he must have it no matter what, included with the deed to not the deed. Is that what I forget what it's called when you buy land? I think it's still a deed.
It's a deed,
Yeah.
yeah.
So including the deed to this place with the fact that he felt divinely inspired. The fact that he was divinely inspired to purchase this land is the clue.
All right. Amelia picks up that letter, just tucks it into her jacket pocket, and goes looking for the source of the sound and or Cassie.
So I will say you come upon Declan standing unscathed in the wreckage of an exploded office. There is viscera and circuitry everywhere.
I want to clarify that Declan is physically here.
You know what? It feels fun that you're inside TV Odyssey. I think we're just gonna say Declan, and now that Declan's done that in particular, Declan is solid and physical here inside TV Odyssey exclusively.
Okay. In that case, Amelia does a double take and like, holy shit, it's you!
Declan is probably going to be almost more surprised by this than Amelia is. Maybe there was a way back. Apparently, all it needed was a little bit of dynamite. Someone could have told us that at the beginning, saved us a lot of fucking hassle.
Well, shit, hi, thanks for all your help.
I'm gonna offer a hand to shake.
She'll start out, like, shaking the hand, but then, like, no, come here, and, like, pull him into a hug.
Oh. That's sweet.
Well, I mean, it's TV, right? There's always a happy ending.
Yeah, I guess. We should go find Cassie and then figure out what to do next. I found this thing about Phineas. Like, apparently this is sacred land? Or he thought it was? Hands the letter over.
Okay, I'll kind of like peruse that as we wander back to go find Cassie. So there must have been something here that wanted to be shared. So it got to him first and kind of used him to start the process.
I think whatever is wanting to get out shouldn't.
Definitely agree with you there. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any more dynamite to blow anything up. Now, actually, here's a question. I used the dynamite to blow somebody up, but I didn't technically mark it for advantage.
Oh, I thought you did mark it for advantage.
Well, no, because I used my...
Oh, that's right. Huh. Well, you didn't mark it, so... Okay. Oh, my lord.
I mean, in the fiction, you exploded a stick of dynamite and you only had one.
Yeah, I feel like it's gone.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. All right, so I will say you all reconvene. I think actually it'll be really narratively satisfying for me if Cassie is like backing out of a studio door with like this black awful shit on her hands as you two approach, and that's what we'll pick up.
Next week or
No, God, no. We're still we're going. I warned you we might go late. So
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
no, I
actually
just wanted to
about
double
to
check.
ask if we could take another break real quick, since we might be coming up to the end here, and it's
I'm-
when we usually go off anyhow.
yeah,
So if we could take a break real
I
quick,
could use
that'd
the
be
chance to
great
grab
for
some
me.
water.
okay. I'm
Caffeine.
happy to take a break. We
Yeah.
will
We
we'll
can
do another
do-
10-minute.
We can do
And then I
theory
think-
after too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're one clue away from maxed out on the roll. So
I'm
it might be
comfortable
a-
rolling a +2.
yeah,
personally.
and
Go for
then
it.
I think we'll
Yeah.
finish with you potentially resolving the TV Odyssey, and then we'll epilogue, and then we'll call it.
All right.
So yeah,
good.
we'll be back. We'll be back in a few minutes, everyone.
Let's aim for 5 minutes, because we take 10-minute breaks that become 20 minutes. Let's do 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do 5. Hello, everyone. We have returned. Let's answer a question, shall we? And then let's maybe banish TV Odyssey from whence it came, never to return. Maybe.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so your question is complexity 5 now, thanks to an amazing roll by Declan. Well, an amazing move by Declan. How do we stop TV Odyssey from gestating and corrupting other dimensions, namely ours? Let's hear your theory.
So, I have a vague idea.
My initial suggestion is that someone has to merge with the big man. Essentially, he's been wandering around as Gandalf, and now there needs to be a sacrifice to turn him from Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White, essentially. Give him that last little bump of power he needs.
Okay.
How did you get that from the clues? I'm looking at that. Holy shit. How did your brain is incredible.
Phineas Whately merged with TV production equipment, so what is needed in Counterpoint is for someone to merge with Big Man. And so... Anyway, but that's just my initial opening suggestion. I presented to the Midnight Society for it to be kicked around and manipulated.
I kind of like that idea.
I like that too.
I think that... So yeah, basically, someone needs to merge with the big man in order to sort of help cast off, the presence of TV Odyssey or whatever the hell this thing is. And I think that the wet plate camera and the Rappaport family portrait with the weird creature in it, I think is sort of they're sort of tied together, kind of implying that Whately had this obsession with family and with sort of inserting his legacy, so to speak, into like every family, every home, in America type of thing. And he had this divine inspiration, this like draw to come here and create TV Odyssey and everything like that, because he always had that ambition, that drive to I want to be a household name, but he never really had the talent. Like he wasn't a good writer, he wasn't a good creator, he wasn't a good executive. And so whatever it is that's behind all this sort of played on those things and sort of drew him in. I think the Severed Proboscis is sort of hinting at the fact that this thing was latched on to not only Deep Lake but also Phineas as its mortal human sort of vessel. And now that is severed, now that Phineas has been blown up, we're in a slightly better place. I think the custodial keys tie in that we need to pause, halt production on, or filming on, all of the things that are currently in the studios. We need to go and we need to open all the doors.
I think that's where the keys come in as well.
Yeah. As for the fog over the lake, I think that...
I have an idea for that one.
Oh, go ahead, please.
I think that for the fog on the lake, I think that once Cassie cut off the severed proboscis, that fog started to dissipate, which indicates like we should go and close the other ones too. So we close all the other proboscis holes that we haven't yet, and we someone merges with the big man, and that is how we get this done, as well as like opening all the sets and literally cleaning house.
Retrofit, you know that benevolence cannot be used on answer a question. You know that, so I appreciate your addition.
It's fine.
There is 2 benevolences floating, because I don't think Declan has used either.
I have not.
just putting it out there. Okay, so
We might need something later.
for sure, because you do have to do the thing still. So who wants to roll?
I mean, I think that Ben did a lot of the footwork on that one.
I think so, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so roll
You're
complexity
also
5.
the only living original latchkey, so it should be.
That's
Declan.
You know what? I like that. I like that even better than just because you theorized the most. I like it because you're the original latchkey. You're the one who first started. Yeah. So complexity 5,
Is there
7.
anything we can do to help?
No, there's nothing you can do to help. This is the flat roll. They always will be. That is how answer a question works. I was nice once when Declan had an amazing roll against the odds.
Oh shit!
There it is.
So, here we are. I'm going to react immediately, and what the reaction is going to be is this thing is going to hatch in its fetal form. That is what's going to happen. Would you all like to turn a key to bump this to a mild success?
Yes.
I mean, if Declan's cool with it.
Yes.
Declan, what key are you turning?
I think that I'm going to turn. There's really only one option. I'm going to turn the key for the pure white signal, but that will consume the arcade token.
Indeed it will. You hold it up for your extra life, you continue, and it vanishes in a pure white signal that scorches your hand. So, the complication is the threat that I've been building up with your mixed results is going to be fully formed when you get to go confront this thing in the heart of TV Odyssey. You can always, I mean, I'd be kind enough to let you, turn more keys if you want to bump it even further.
Really fishing for that key of sacrifice there.
I'm
Well,
willing to turn
I
it
would
right
never.
now. I'm willing to turn it right now.
For answer a question, do we not all need to turn a key in order to?
You do
bump
all
it up?
need to turn a key, yes.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Cool. In
Declan's
that
turning pure
case,
white signal.
I am turning the key of sacrifice.
Well, you
Okay.
can turn one of your personal ones.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That does mean that Declan doesn't get a key to turn for the finale.
Yeah, because you do still need to cut. You need to I will say you do need to still go do the thing, right?
Oh, okay. No. All right.
Yes.
In that case, I thought this was that scene. So never
No,
mind.
you're just. This is your theory for what to do. Now you still need to go do the thing, right? So one of you needs to decide who's going to merge. Sorry, who's going to take responsibility from the big man, and then the other two will presumably be severing its tendrils, reaching out into the world.
Okay. All right. In that case, I will turn another key for the child. I misunderstood.
No problem. What key are Steph? Or sorry, what are Amelia and Cassie turning?
I took a key of the. Oh, are we doing it twice?
No, just once.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just curious
I
which
did
turn.
a key of the child.
Okay. Would you like to do the narration now or later?
I can do it now. This is a flashback showing how you're an outsider among your school peers. This one is very simple. Every day on the 4th of July, Cassie does not go into school because every year on the 4th of July, all of the other kids wear dog masks.
Well, I was also going to turn that key.
Oh my god. I would love to hear your follow-up, Rachel.
it is not quite that cool.
It's fine.
It is instead how, it's like the geeky religious kid Amelia never had anywhere where she quite fit in. Like, the geeks didn't want her because she was, like, super fucking Catholic, and the Catholics were like, yeah, but you play serpents and sepulchres. And it matters to her because she's part of the in-group now. She's part of the cool kids club. She's part of the people who get shit done. And those are the memories that follow her around as she's like, wow, I'm a part of something now. No one has told me to shut up or go away the whole day. This is amazing.
Okay.
I would just like to say that it's a really good thing that Amelia met Declan now versus at the beginning, because there, if Amelia had really kind of done like oh, I want to be a part of this, there's a possibility Declan might have kind of snapped at her.
I feel like Declan's like caretaking would have been like, no, you're too young, go away.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like if Isabeau had lived, the relationship between her and Declan would have by this point devolved into like complete dysfunctionality. So.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, we'll get to answer the questions of what if next week during Q&A. So, I've already told you the consequence for this mixed result. So, who's doing what? Who is taking on... So, I will say, to take on the responsibilities of the big man, you're going to functionally make the Wandering Monolith move. Whoever decides to do that.
I mean... sort of riffing on like the conversation from like 3 minutes ago, Amelia would step forward and Declan would be like, hush, child.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay. So Declan is going to be the one to take over the responsibility of the big man. The other two then will be responsible for going into the heart of TV Odyssey and severing the connections and extinguishing whatever this thing is, or containing it at least.
Yep.
All right. So I think we'll make Declan wait and make that the last roll of the evening. So you two, you find the basement access, you go down level after level after level after level after level. They seem endless till you reach a very nondescript maintenance door, and you open it up into a crater much like you saw in your dream. However, this thing has grown and now it's much more visible. You can see the we'll call it what it is, fetus swirling around in the amniotic fluid of this meteor. It has crashed into Earth. However, you see something else. There is what could have been a person at one point in a bull's mask with many of these proboscises, smaller versions than the ones you've seen, plugged into him, just pumping him full of whatever fluid is inside this meteor, egg. As you step down, he rips free. God damn it, stuff I just read your fucking comment. He rips free of the tubes and flexes limbs not proportionate anymore. He is warped beyond anything human. And he tilts his head, and a voice, many voices actually, speak to you too. You're not my brother.
Well, yeah,
What do you
we're
do?
both girls, so no.
Yeah, you don't look like the guy that I talked to earlier.
Am I actually there, by the way?
Are you going with them, is the question?
Yes,
You will still need to do your thing separately, but you can
Okay,
be there,
perfect.
yes.
Yes, I'm definitely there. Who did he say that to, or who did it say that to? They.
If you're there, I will rephrase and be like, his eyes, you can't see them through the mask, Declan,
Oh,
but he is fully staring at you. There you are. I'm going to kill them first so you can watch.
point of order. How does he remember me?
This is, well, good question.
Okay,
He's
all right.
weird. Really good question. You're in TV Odyssey. You're in a multi-dimensional plane of existence.
Okay. All
He
right.
is pumped full of weird Eldritch juice.
All right.
Monster fucker in me.
He's masked though. Steph. Are you sure you want to?
Oh no, I just mean being pumped full of Eldritch juice.
Oh god damn it. Ugh.
Heyo!
This final
Lord.
scene's gonna be very horny.
Drake, it's
He's got a bull mask. It's a never mind. So, Declan is going to what happened?
You left us.
Yeah. Yeah, I fucking did. Because you grew up. And you know, I did the best I fucking could for the entire time. And even past that. Yeah. Yeah, I fucking left. And you know what? I don't think any of you even really fucking noticed. I just think you need something to direct your anger at.
There's a snort of air as if from a bull. Your words sink in, but he's already made up his mind. He's too far gone. So, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do odds or evens. Who would like to be between Amelia and Cassie? Who would like to be odds and who would like to be evens?
I've always been odd.
Okay. Cassie! He lowers his head and charges towards you. I'm going to ask for the night move here. This actually will be vitality. That'll be nice. This is a physical threat, despite it being supernaturally charged. What do you afraid is going to happen if you fail?
Well, so first let me tell you how she's going to try and deal with this here.
Sure. I'd love to hear it.
This is super extra dimensional space and everything, right? Presumably, she might be able to tap into alternate versions of herself where she is, for example, a level 3 necromancer named Cassowary.
I was about to ask, are you everything everywhere all at once in this? And I'm fine with it if that's the case.
I haven't seen that movie.
Steph, what are you doing? Sorry.
I'm
we'll
playing
leave that-
public access right
we'll-
now.
We'll leave that for later. I'm cool with you using that item.
Okay, cool. But I mean, she's afraid that she's not gonna have control over the skeletons.
I think it's worse than that. Like the necromantic energy are going to kind of consume you a bit and transform you irreparable. You know what word I'm trying to say. I can't
She's
say
gonna
the
be a
word.
lich.
Irrevocably.
Yeah.
Irrevocably.
Thank you. I can't say the word. Tongue didn't want to.
Lich
Yes.
time.
Yes, lich time. So go ahead and roll with vitality.
Is
You
that
have
worse for a goth?
You have multiple physical conditions, so this will be with disadvantage.
Yeah. Made into regular. Fuck yeah.
So you'll roll normally because you have marked the character sheet, I presume.
And with sensitivity?
No, vitality. Even though this is a weird. Oh wait, the way you described it, it might be vitality now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it is vitality now. Or sorry, some sensitivity.
8.
Okay. You are gonna need tourniquet because I am in a heavy condition. Unless you want a tourniquet to just upgrade the success. I'll just let you know in advance.
Well, what's the complication first?
So, you are going to kind of you summon your necromantic hordes. They seize and restrain Dustin, but not soon enough. So you're going to get pierced by one of the horns of the bull mask. It is going to be a gut wound.
No, we'll mark a thing to upgrade it to a 10.
Okay.
We'll do. Where? Stop scrolling so much, mouse wheel. Fuck you. Flashback to when you first discovered TV Odyssey.
Okay. We'll put a pin in that. As Amelia, you see this all happening. You have an opportunity here to deal with the thing or its various proboscis. Is that the plural? Yeah,
Proboscis.
sure. Proboscis. What would you like to do?
I have a replica katana.
Hell yeah, you
Oh
do.
my fucking god, I forgot you have that.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's time to get weeby.
I'm going to produce that from trenchcoat space and use it to slice off one of the proboscis.
I will say this is like a big moment, so you can just go to town and not just make it one. I will say, however, you do have a dislocated shoulder,
Okay.
so
that's fair.
it will be a disadvantage.
Okay.
This will be vitality, I feel like, because you are using a katana.
Okay. Which move?
Night move. Night move with vitality. I presume you're marking the katana,
Yes.
so you'll roll normally. So night move, vitality, normal.
Okay. Mild success.
All right. You weeb it the fuck up. Just
I mean, and she's probably, as she's like doing sashimi, just for a whisper, for cassowary, and like everyone else in her Serpents and Sepulchre group.
oh, I love that so much. You say for Jordan as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna give you a listen to an extra in a second.
And like once she's sort of like done, worked up a sweat, she's out of breath, and like just with the sword down, like, fuck you, father, I'm not possessed, it's just weird in here.
Oh, because of the way you ended that scene, I think the condition I'm gonna give you is daddy issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
I feel like you've had that one in the chamber for a while. You're just looking for the right opportunity.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Okay.
Well, so she's not thinking of her dad, she's thinking of the priest who came to try and exorcise her.
Oh, okay. How to phrase that?
It's still appropriate if it's like,
Father
fuck
issues.
any male authority figure, I'm over this
Yeah,
bullshit.
no, I think I'm gonna stick with it because it was your
Okay.
dad who was insistent on the priest showing up.
Alright.
All right, so we're at a point now. Declan, you see it's been severed from its place. You know what your job is now. Tell me how you're summoning the big man here.
I'm gonna say big man. I think it's your time. And because you've been so good to us, I'm gonna do you a kindness. and I'm going to make it painless. Kind of echoing what he said to Declan when he offered Declan, like when he was thinking of taking Declan previously.
Okay. You're gonna roll with sensitivity. I think because of the nature of this move, I'm trying to think how you roll. Just roll 2d6 plus your sensitivity, because Wandering Monolith is its own move, and that is how you're going to be summoning him.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Can I would like to tag the which one is more poignant here? I think
it's the sticker. If you're asking me, it's the sticker.
Exactly. Because like it's kind of, you know, it's a sun and he's like a bright light. Yeah, I think I'm gonna tag the happy sun sticker. That remains vibrant. So
somewhere before you go, somewhere when you mark that, somewhere in the distance in the castle home, Elliot sheds a single tear. Go ahead and roll.
Wow. What was this? What kind of roll was this?
It's just gonna be 2d6 plus your sensitivity.
Oh,
so
I
you
see.
just do yeah.
But it's gonna be 3d6 plus my sensitivity, right?
Correct, and you're gonna take the two highest. Oh, that's true. You do have bennies, by the way. You didn't need to mark that.
Oh, that's right. But I'll leave the bennies I'll give the bennies to the other two. So
okay.
I think that's a 9.
Mm-hmm. It is. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna keep it at a 9. I can't.
All right. The big man does appear. The ball of light that is his head. He appears massive in this room. He is the height of trying to control the pure white signal from within. And he looks down at you, Declan. So the complication here will be, this was just to summon him.
Okay.
To take his burden will be a night move roll. And you're going to do it at disadvantage because your summoning of him was incomplete.
Okay. In that case, I think this roll is going to... I'm going to spend one of the bennies from Retrofit. Thank you for the benny, by the way, again.
Yes.
To cancel out the disadvantage.
Okay. So it's going to be sensitivity. It's going to be night move with sensitivity. I'm going to ask you my favorite question. What are you afraid is going to happen if you fail?
That things are going to go so badly wrong that whatever this thing is, whatever TV Odyssey is, will instead merge with the big man and will then control the white light and everything else.
Well, that's way worse than what I had in mind, so that's what it is.
Hooray!
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, fuck yeah!
All right.
That rolled that at a +0 for some reason. Oh, I don't think I selected nostalgia or my sensitivity. I think I just rolled it. I think I kept it with vitality.
So it's bigger than
It's a 13.
Nice.
I'm gonna put a. Actually, no, I'm gonna let it happen now because it's great success. So number one, tell me how you take on this burden from the big man and become the next big man, essentially. And then tell me what you do with the pure white signal to help your friends end this forever.
So I think the way it kind of what happens is, so the big man appears and he's mostly just a ball of light at this point, right?
So he is still humanoid. He is
Okay.
massively tall, and his head is wreathed in a bright sun, basically, a
Okay.
bright white sun.
Okay. Am I correct that he used to wear a hat?
He did a cream white suit and a cream hat.
So I think after he appears, Declan is going to kind of, even though the big man is massive, Declan's going to kind of hold out a hand to him the same way he held out to Isabeau when he took Isabeau. And I feel like the big man kind of hesitates for a second before, like, starting to reach out and like put like just like a finger on Declan's hand. But as he reaches out before he actually makes contact, he shrinks down to Declan's size. And as he does so, his other hand kind of reaches up towards where his head is, and it kind of disappears in this luminous glow, and then comes out with his hat. And he's gonna take Declan's hand. He's gonna hand him the hat. He's gonna say, "I think it's a bit big on you, but you'll grow into it." And then Declan's going to walk him across.
Okay. How do you help your friends now? That's your benefit here. I'm going to tell you. I'm giving you narrative control to resolve the thing in this crater right now with that great success.
Oh, to completely resolve it? Oh, interesting.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
You
have control of the pure white signal, the thing that
That's true.
they are originally trying to destroy this thing with. It's yours. Go ahead.
I think there's kind of a faint flicker. Like the place kind of goes dim when Declan walks the big man across, and it gets very dark. And then there's kind of a faint flicker, and then there's like this almost that effect that you get like when a projector is starting up, like a projector reel, and sort of like projected onto, I guess, the side of whatever the hell this thing is, sort of like a drive-in theater. It starts to play little snippets of, specifically when we turn the keys and we were giving happy memories, or if we were talking to people and we were like kind of talking about good things from our childhood, things that didn't have anything to do with TV Odyssey necessarily. Like those are the kinds of things that it starts to project and kind of display, and I think that will branch out to encompass not just the latchkeys, but anybody else that this entity has affected and has sort of sent across to the pure white signal, if anyone. But basically, sort of all those people that didn't get to travel into the pure white signal, it sort of acts as a beacon for them, like and kind of draws them here to sort of not necessarily confront the thing, but just kind of stand there in its presence, causing it to sort of shrink back and like sort of like retract some of its feelers and everything like that, sort of shrinking back onto itself, and then kind of as I'm going to say narratively, it plays that like doop, 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 doop sound you get when you get to the end of the projector reel as the whole thing kind of winds down. And then Declan will be standing there wearing the slightly too big hat. And he's going to walk up to this thing, like whatever form it's still in at this point. And he's going to say the same things. He's going to say, "It's time to go."
All right. You say that to it. You can feel the thing inside this case egg meteorite regard you, and then it screams as the pure white signal consumes it. And Declan, you feel it across dimensions. You've killed it not just here, but in the other places it's already infected. Declan, I'll add, you are now aware of every version of Declan Juniper across multiple dimensions now.
It's not something anybody needed.
Nope. So, we've resolved TV Odyssey. The station goes inert. You all emerge into the dawn of a new day. The proboscis have been severed and died. The station is inert. Thank you all for your visit to Goy County. So, let's do as we wrap tonight and wrap the show forever. I would love everyone to give me their characters' epilogues, if they would. I think because of time already, we will do 2 stars and wishes in chat, in our like private chat, and then we'll just reiterate them next week as part of our Q&A. So for now, I just want your epilogues, and then we'll call it a night.
This has been the weirdest week of Amelia's life. To tie my 2 characters together, she probably volunteers to help clean up the old house, the one on Rodenbecker Street, and comes across a vision board and some old law textbooks. She's flipping through them and examining them and like, huh, I could do that.
I love that. Full circle. Before you go, Declan, I have a thing.
Do you want me to go next?
If you're planning to go next, I have a thing. But if you want to, if Steph's ready, I'll leave it up to you two. Just let me know if I need to do the thing.
I can go next.
Go
Okay.
next.
I also have the key still that I need to narrate.
Oh yes.
Flashback to when Cassie first discovered TV Odyssey. And I think that we see her at home on one of these 4th of Julys, sitting, just watching TV, sniffling to herself, flipping through the channels. Eventually, the remote dies, and she doesn't want to get up and change the channel by hand, so she just leaves it on. And eventually, this weird show about some puppet lumberjack comes on, and she doesn't really understand it. She thinks it's supposed to be for kids, but it's far too violent to be for like young kids, and she doesn't really know what kind of like preteen would like it. But the language that's used by all the characters makes it seem very childlike. And she's watching it for hours, watching all of this gore and stuff just made out of the most cheap materials possible. And eventually, the show ends. The screen is black for a moment. And she only sees the outline of 2 big floppy ears before she throws the remote at the television screen, shattering it. And as for the epilogue, we see Cassie going back to the March house. All of the Barker paraphernalia that used to be there, she grabs, puts it into a box. She goes out to, I think, where Kato was before. She goes out to Vigilance and burns all of the Barker paraphernalia, probably in the crater of TV Odyssey before leaving. She goes out to Vigilance and gets a job at the high school there as a counselor. and Lord knows they need a lot of counseling there. But
They
she's
sure
happy.
do.
For once, she's finally happy doing what she wants, and I don't think she settles with anyone again, not for a long time at the very least. But yeah.
Beautiful. Declan, before you at the log, you stepped from the wreckage of TV Odyssey. A hand falls on your shoulder. Feels familiar, warm. Your memories have returned. You see Jordan there. He turns to you and says, I saw Cassie told you what was up. I didn't want this for you, but if anyone's capable, it's you.
So, Declan still has the character sheet that he named Jordan. I think he's going to take it out of his pocket and he's going to hand it to him. He's going to say, you made quite the hero.
I'm no hero, Declan. That's always been you.
No, kid, you saved me, remember? Not for you, I wouldn't have been here.
Fair enough. Take care of this place and all of them. He gives you a kind of a tip and finally is free.
I'll tip my very real hat.
So let's hear Declan's epilogue now.
I think Declan is... He's probably going to take like a day to sort of feel out this like omniscience or whatever the hell it is and kind of figure things out a bit. But he pretty much very quickly, very easily falls into that role, that, you know, caretaker, babysitter role. You know, he shepherds people across and he keeps an eye out for anything that might want to hurt anybody. But in particular, because he's kind of omnipresent or whatever, I don't know. There are two special things, two specific things that he's going to do until these people are no longer around. It's time for them to travel across. For Amelia, anytime she goes to study or read or anything like that, if she falls asleep with the light on, the light always turns off. And anytime she's anywhere and she's like, it's dark and there's like that moment of like, I don't know what's there, a light nearby turns on.
That's so sweet.
And then for Cassie, every time she looks up at the night sky, Kato's star burns brighter than anything else in the sky.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, she definitely does look up at the sky, like, every night.
I went for Ben in this episode, and Ben got me. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this was it, everyone. This was our... God, there's so much I want to say, but we'll save it for next week for the Q&A and how amazing my players are and what an amazing time this was. Yeah. Yep, there they are. There's the wet eyes. Yep, there they are. Okay, so let's do just one last time. Tell everyone who you are, where they can find you, what cool shit you're doing. We will do stars and wishes in public access chat if you could please, and then we'll reiterate those next week because I know most of us have shit memories. So let's put them in text so we have them, and then we'll. It's all of us. It's all of us, Ben. We all have shit memories. Two neurospicy people right here. Anyways, yeah. So we'll do stars and wishes in chat, and then please do your normal outros. Otherwise.
Okay. Everybody, I'm Ben Ravensdale. I have been Declan Juniper for these last however long it's been. And had a great time. Thank you all very much for joining us.
Yeah, hello. I am Rachel. I am Stolen Fires, which you probably knew because you're here on this channel. This was amazing. Thank you so much to Aaron for running. This was a lot of fun.
Please don't. I'm already emotional. Stop it.
No, you helped us tell a great story. You had really good insight into your players and your characters. That's always amazing to watch. That's more stars and wishes, but I'll make sure to put it in chat, so, you know, then pin it. But yes, I'm Stolen Fires. This is my channel. Hello and welcome. We do a whole lot of RPGs throughout the week. Including tomorrow. You should come back tomorrow because we will be doing Dune. It's an amazing show, an amazing story, with a wonderful cast, including Aaron. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go to Giddy Prime. I don't want to. Oh god. But then, Fringeworthy just wrapped up, and we are in a bit of a lull period. Because it is the holidays, but we're gonna crash in January with a bunch of really cool new shows.
Me. Hi, I'm Steph. I have played both Kato and Cassandra. It was a great time. I love playing these characters. And I fully agree with Rachel. You did a great job running, Aaron. I'm not saying anything more than that. You can relax, chill out, jeez. But yeah, no, it was great. You can find me pretty much anywhere under the username StephInfection, typically all caps. You can also find myself and Aaron Monday on my YouTube channel. Playing the final session of the Site 42 playtest. That'll be coming up this week as well. Well, probably not this Monday, because it's the big day. But, you know, Monday in the future Monday, it'll be happening. And yeah, so that'll be there. If you want to find that, you can just look up Site 42 playtest on YouTube. It should be one of the first things to show up. Yeah. That's about it. I might be running something here Thursday nights.
Madam,
next.
you are,
So,
madam.
I know. I don't know. I might think shit happens. I don't know.
That's fair,
We
that's
gotta
fair.
prepare the official announcement so it is proper.
That's true. All right. I will not say anything about it then, despite
But yeah.
having just said something about it.
I mean, I will tease this in that next week we are going to have a rap party. Hopefully Jane can join us. I'll have to message her.
Oh fuck! I still need to message them. I totally
Okay.
forgot.
Or I'll do it, or someone will do it. But we're just gonna have a rap party where we hang out, talk about the game, talk about our characters, about how things could have done, get all the secret lore that never got dropped from Aaron. And then at the end, how about we announce the new game then?
That sounds good. I love that.
I like that.
That sounds good.
Alright, let's do it that way then. So,
Alright.
check in next week to find out what we will be playing in the new year.
Yeah.
Before we go, I've got one thing.
Aaron still needs to do her
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Okay. So yes, sorry, feelings. Yay, they're fun. Hi, I'm Aaron. I ran this game. I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm more emotional about it than I thought I was going to be tonight. I'll be real. I was anxious all day about running tonight, but I feel really good about it at the end. Yes, you can next find me tomorrow, as Rachel said, playing Dune. We are postponing the Sunday recording I do with a full disabled cast of kind of inspired by Last of Us game till after the holidays, just because every single date is like Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, like not conducive to recording on Sundays for the next 2 weeks. Monday, as Steph said, I'll be doing. Oh, never mind. That's Mondays out from now. Nothing. I have nothing else. You'll see me here for the Q&A next week. I am Mass. I'm sorry, everyone.
It's okay. Ben, quick, do your thing and then we'll cut.
Okay. Wasn't that a great program, folks? We just wanted to say thanks so much for viewing. And, you know, if you have it in your heart, if you want TV Odyssey to continue providing you the great quality programming that we bring to you every night, you can call our toll-free hotline now. If ever all of our viewers pledge just $1, we could bring TV Odyssey to all corners of the globe. Thanks, and have a good night.